see. We should
There we
be
go.
streaming now. Not that it matters too much. Alright. Yeah.
Guys, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, the dilemma
This,
you guys left off on was, were you going to sneak in to the venue tonight or go to the proper time tomorrow?
Yeah, I think if I remember right, the last we were using was, since they already know that who we are and presumably what we're doing, that'd be a whole lot riskier to go do a sneaky mission.
Mhm.
And they also can see through invisibility because they had robots watching me while I was invisible on the way back the whole time.
Invisibility definitely needs a buff. Or robots need a nerf.
I think our best bet is because we left off. All right, tell me what the timeline. We left off. It is currently evening. Now, is the concert the next evening, or do we have a full day and then it's the next day? I think it's the following evening. I think we have like 24 hours or something from now.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
don't
trying to
really remember.
confirm the timeline.
Doesn't matter too much, but yeah, sure. Another 24 hours.
Well, what I'm saying is it's not tonight. Because we were thinking about sneaking in. One of the options was sneaking in tonight or going during the actual time. So I think it's tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's the next day. Jack, was your pizza burned?
No, it's actually a little undercooked.
Wow.
Typical night move.
Mm-hmm.
Can never quite get it just right.
Rolled a 9 on that one.
It's actually pretty good. It's got a nice crunch, not too hot.
A little doughy.
Sort of.
You just made a big ass pizza roll, is all you did.
Oh, yeah. What are we doing?
We're figuring. So I just was like, we got 2 keys now. So we're trying to figure out. We were talking about sneaking in tonight versus going to the concert
Right,
proper.
yes.
I think the general consensus is, since that they know who we are clearly already, and also that they can see through invisibility because I had robots watching me the entire time I was coming back. That we'll just go tomorrow during the actual concert as opposed to trying to sneak in.
I think I remember that being my stance as well.
Someone mentioned a bomb.
I don't remember that.
Didn't someone say they had like a
Oh, yeah.
bomb?
I think
yeah, I do have thermite.
Someone said we
Okay.
could, like, blow up the whole place.
Yeah.
We can just level.
That wouldn't blow up the whole place, but
Yeah.
it might take care of a lock or a safe or something. But yeah.
A well-placed thermite charge might.
Yeah, true.
All we gotta do is find the gas line.
That is very true, yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's not do that.
Yeah, that might take half the station with it.
That is not plan A, but we won't take it out of the cards.
We'll keep it as plan B for bomb,
Yep,
obviously.
plan B for bomb.
All of our
Plans-
plan Bs need to include a bomb now.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm just saying, all of our mechs have the self-destruct feature.
True.
Yeah, but aren't our mechs still in the shop right now?
Mm-hmm.
Plan C can be for coward, and that's when we just run.
I'm not afraid to trip people, by the way.
Did we ever The ship's network system, security system, repelled an infiltration attempt, right?
hmm
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And is that where we learned silence improves musical performance, or was that in the on the card?
No, that was
That
the
was
card that the robot gave me.
Okay.
yeah.
But wait,
then-
no,
then you're-
didn't we get? There were 2 acronyms. We got the acronym in
Yes.
2 different places.
And then the
Yeah.
other one is security instigates malicious problems.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which
That's
is
from
the
the
one you
robot
got
you
from the
had.
old lady.
Yeah, so that no, that wasn't on the card that I got from.
Oh no,
That was from the. I was getting watched by robots the entire way back while invisible, so I pushed one off to the side and
Right.
finagled its brain. Got that one. That was the name used by the author that uploaded the security program or the unknown program in the that was not normal, essentially. The
Right.
sketchy EXE.
Yep.
All right, so. All right, guys, how do we want to do this?
But
Well,
not
We have a free date. It's not tomorrow, right? It's in like 2 days.
We were just talking about that. I thought it was tomorrow. It might be in 2 days.
Because we were debating either just going tonight. Tonight was going to be our stealth out, right?
That was the musings. So then the concert is the next night.
Yeah.
Right?
So
Okay.
we would have a free day to do some gathering and
Yeah,
prepping.
a
if we did
free
want to.
day. A free day to prepare.
Yeah,
and
I think
then
a free
it's good.
preparation day would be good. If there's anything we want to take care of before we do this big event.
I guess first and foremost, we need to determine our goal with this. Right? What are we hoping to accomplish? And then we can work backwards from that.
well, to figure out who Simp is, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, figure out who Simp is.
Well, let's
I'm
look at our
starting to
actual
think-
like mission as well.
Yeah, we're supposed to take what's that group called down?
Where we so
The horse
identifying
splinter
who
cell?
Simp. Yeah.
Horse.
So we're hoping that identifying Simp helps lead us to the splinter cell.
Mhm.
The thing is, I would have to assume that Simp also probably knows that's what we're trying to do, which confuses to me as to why they would reach out to us.
Could be a trap.
That's
Potentially.
true.
No, there's only one way to find out.
And let's walk right into it.
But he knew we were coming anyways.
Right.
That's the
So,
next
which is why in my opinion, the stealth mission is redundant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no point to it. I think. So yeah, figuring out who Simp is, trying to, because like if it's a Horus cell, there's probably no main leadership, right? Simp is probably the closest thing to a leader entity that this whole cell has. But
From what I know about Horus in lore is the real Horus hides within itself. Like the real
yes.
group hides within itself. That's what all I know about it. So yeah, this could just be the Splinter Cell, but yeah, this is definitely just we'll not know until they actually just like, hey, I'm the leader.
I would say it's
Probably
probably
what I'm
best.
thinking.
I think it's probably best if we it's on the wrong setting. It's probably best if we
Oh, you sound way better.
yeah. If we approach this, party in a democratic manner, not exactly, guns blazing. Let's go open to talk, and hopefully we at least start out that way.
That was going to be my next question. Was it explained to us how? It just says. Hang on, let's read the mission log. It says to eliminate the Horus cell. Eliminate means kill. But I mean, I'm not saying we go in guns blazing, but how
I mean-
how do we kill something? This is like a Hydra moment. How do we kill something if it like two more will just sprout up in its place? You know?
We take it over.
That is an option.
Take over the Horus cell.
I don't know if that'll work.
It'd be cool.
It's a novel idea.
It'd be cool.
I mean, it's an out there idea, yeah.
Plan D.
Mm. What's plan A?
Oh, we're figuring it out.
We're figuring it out.
Okay.
Oh, it does say discretion recommended. Okay, never mind. All right. We can't just go get one. Maybe the
Yeah.
bomb isn't. Plan B might not be the best course of action.
I'm thinking plan A so far as to be aiming at Kabul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, just see what we can glean. Maybe we just use this as like a recon mission. Just like first contact, just see what's the what. Like we don't have to we don't have to complete it or we don't have to eliminate them on the first time meeting them, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can scope it out that way. Yeah.
You just kind of get a feel for it. If we notice something super obvious or whatever, we can call an audible and figure something out.
So my question is do y'all, if we use the key for simp, are we gonna all four go using that same one or split off the 2 and 2?
That's the other thing I was thinking.
Mm.
I feel like no matter what, someone has to go to use the key 23, which is one that was handed to us by the mystical robot.
Right.
But I'm not also a fan of splitting up in a situation like this.
Yeah. Because I mean they already know who we are. They'd expect all of us, I would assume.
Yeah, because the issue would be, we assume the worst, right? Shit hits the fan. If we're split, what the fuck is going to go down? Like, what's going to happen?
Yeah. I'm gonna guess it's the top left corner and Knight's skill chart was gonna be going down.
Yeah, maybe. That's what I'm good for.
All right. Going no guns blazing, but keep it as an option.
Yeah.
Well,
In
yeah,
case
obviously
shit
we're
hits
not
the
going to
fan.
lay down and die, right?
I would
Yeah.
hope not.
Would be
Okay.
quite a way to end the campaign.
Oh no!
I mean, we could always go out with a bang.
True.
Or a bomb. I guess bomb thing.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
Okay, so what we have so far is a recon mission, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is there? What would our characters in game know of Horus Yetter? Would it just be like a boogeyman type story, or would we have some kind of more concrete understanding going through Lancer training?
So the Horus mechs are by no means like some sort of big secret. Like they exist, people use them. It's getting access to them is kind of just the weird, mysterious part.
Mhm.
And as far as Horus, the entity, people know it, but depending on kind of just your political views, you have a different opinion. Because
Okay.
there are some parties who are very pro Horus because they view Horus as basically this agent that is promoting non-human person NHP, kind of just their rights and services, kind of just treating them as proper people rather than AI meant to run machines.
Okay.
On the other end of the spectrum, people are very terrified of Horus because they do not understand at all how their tech works. Like, it is straight up magic to basically any of the major manufacturers.
Okay. But so politically, we understand how that works, but outside of, but we want to know how Horus operates in any capacity.
No, not really. They are very much like this rogue agent, rogue nation sort of deal. They
Gotcha.
operate
Okay.
independently from anything else. No Horus cell is the same.
Yep.
So it's very much you encounter them and then you gotta figure out what to do.
Okay.
Sounds like recon.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like beyond what we kind of established already, I don't know how much of any planning is going to make a difference because we don't know what we're going to be dealing with until we encounter it, right?
Mhm.
I guess the biggest question is splitting up versus staying together. I personally feel that we should stay together.
I
I mean,
definitely
we
want
just
to
got
stay
2
near
cars.
night.
Yeah. Knight, what do you think?
Mm.
Stick together or split up? I think we should stick together to start, and then we can
I
just
think
kind
we
of fill
should.
things out.
I think we should definitely stick together to start. We're all gonna, if we're doing this in a diplomatic fashion where we're not trying to like do anything wacky or put anyone on edge, we're all gonna be going through the same entrance anyways. So
Yeah. Okay, I will be right back. Give me like 3 minutes.
I'm doing a little bit of research on the side about where really the middle point is between us and Venom. Because Louisiana would be a little bit longer of a drive. Not
Just a
gonna lie.
little.
For Venom, actually. It'd be shorter for us.
It wouldn't be that bad.
I was looking at what if we actually want to go equal, it makes the drive. I think that we'd have a pretty similar drive to Little Rock, actually. Both a little, it would be a little 5 hours for, I think, based on the general area you gave me, I think it would be where you're at. I assume Little Rock, I think, would be about a little over 5 hours for you, and then it'd also be a little 5 hours for us. And then also we're in Little Rock, which I've never been to.
Arkansas?
Yeah.
Well, shit.
Are you in Little Rock?
No.
Oh.
I'm close to it though.
Oh,
Let me bump that up.
Let's see here. Yeah, about 2.5 hours.
Dang, okay. And where I always forget
about it.
where the heck is Sleepy?
South Carolina.
How far is
that's,
South Carolina?
That's not right.
Yeah, Little
Let's
Rock,
see.
be about 5 hours.
Okay. Yeah, Sleepy's just kind of screwed either way. Um, that's on her. She'll figure it out. You can pick her up from an airport
Yeah, she
if
fly.
if this was to happen. I'm looking at Verbos right now in Little Rock.
It's going to happen, Jared.
I know.
Just gotta make
That's
it
the
work.
thing, but I got to start researching now for it to
Mhm.
happen. If no one researches, then it'll never happen. Let's see.
That is true.
Actually, wait. No, yeah, it is about 4 hours for me as well. Oh well.
Okay. That's good. That's good. I wonder how far it is from Danny. You know, just
Depends.
overseas. Let's see.
Depends if he swims or rides in a boat.
That's true. That's true. Inshallah, he rides a boat. I don't think swimming is the move.
Swimming.
You
What
never
are
know.
swimming?
He actually surprised me Friday.
Oh yeah.
I got on VR chat sober, and he was sober, but he was playing guitar or whatever, and he is really freaking good.
Oh yeah. Yeah. There's only one time I was in Sleepy's Discord and but Sleepy had gotten off, so it was me, Danny, Searoth, and I think Xiphon. But we all had our cameras on. I had a screen mask on, not even with the camera. But I got to see them, but Danny didn't. I don't think Danny showed his face, but he did. You could see him playing his guitar and stuff. He's very good.
Yeah, when we was talking, I was like, "Dang, this is the first time I've talked to you sober. This is weird."
Yeah, I know, right? 3 bedrooms, 2 baths.
So you guys have pretty much come to a consensus of going to the concert tomorrow and scoping out things then.
Yep,
I think so.
sounds like it.
All right. So,
And then obviously, we'll take the next day to get civilian clothes for anyone who doesn't have civilian clothes.
So kind of just, unless there's anything else you guys want to do, you're currently in your ship. Evening, or like what counts for it, is coming to a close. Night is rolling in. Just what exactly are going to be our night rituals here?
I think if I remember correctly, I did make dinner already, so I don't need to do that. Don't need to roll the dice on that again, thankfully. Let's see.
Yeah, you got 22 on cooking.
Mhm.
Yeah. Made some banger pasta or something. I don't know.
No, you
I
grabbed
made
the duck.
Yeah, because I grabbed the duck and broke its neck. Yeah, I remember now. Let's just flavor. I think Knight's just gonna maybe do a little jog around where the ship is stationed. Little jog, come back, shower, and then he's gonna hit the hay.
Okay.
Get a good night's rest tonight.
Yeah, I already did everything that I actually wanted to. So, just a little night ritual, check the ship, make sure everything's going all right, hit the hay.
Okay.
I reckon pretty much do the same. Just tell Downpour to let me know if someone tries to hack into the ship again.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The cat was out of the bag now, isn't it?
I can't remember if you told Yuki or not though.
I think you did. I don't remember. We can cover that another time if you want to.
I think you were there. Yeah.
I think
so.
All right. Yuki is very paranoid after her stressful walk home from Susan's house. So, gonna, maybe she'll go on a jog with Night, that same jog,
I'm down.
All the while, she's still looking around for any signs of simp acronyms or anything. Actually paranoid at this point. Before it was an act, now it's real.
Okay.
And
And full
then
head and all.
when she gets back, she'll kind of wait, unable to go to sleep for a while. And then once everyone falls asleep, she's gonna go back to the computer and do a little bit more, see if there's any new updates to simp on those 4chan websites that she was browsing before.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, everyone kind of just goes about their evenings, prepping the ship, kind of just doing some exercise, kind of just clear your minds, clear your heads. Ship is secure, nothing out of the ordinary. And then kind of just, yeah, as night comes, lights go out.
As
You-
I do what now?
Exactly. Ship definitely goes quiet. Yuki, you take your time. Yeah, and you know the sites, you know the pages and whatnot. You can look at your search history. And kind of just checking the forums, kind of just checking the message boards. It's just general excitement for Sim, kind of just people can't wait for this concert that's apparently going on. Kind of just people are continue to speculate whether they're going to see Simp in person or not. Kind of just nothing crazy. I guess the only new information you that might be posted is some people claiming that they're the opening act or that they're also participating. They're also going to be playing music. Kind of just people kind of just popping their heads in, trying to claim a bit of fame.
After reading all that, Yuki definitely calms down a little bit. Still on edge, but enough to go to sleep. And
Okay.
we'll head off and go to sleep.
All right. So with that, kind of just everyone kind of just sleeps peacefully to a degree. Nothing, no strange occurrences. You know, you aren't woken up by anything dangerous or exciting. Kind of just morning comes. You guys go about your kind of just usual morning routines. Rayman, Venom, kind of just doing your checkup on the ship, doing your checkup on Downpour. Nothing out of the ordinary. The Downpour kind of just reports there's been no hack attempts. Everything on our end seems secure.
All right, that's good.
So what's for breakfast?
Good question.
That is a good question. Let's find out. If I can open up my character sheet. I'm gonna say we're making some hash browns this morning.
Ooh.
Some hash browns and just some hash browns and eggs.
Let's go.
Hey,
Those are some banger
Wow.
hash browns.
this is some damn good hash browns.
Heck yeah.
Good enough to be your last meal?
Good. Yeah.
You know what? I remembered there was some leftover duck, so that's sprinkled in there with the eggs and the hash browns, making this like basically this really just a really sick breakfast casserole. You know?
Okay.
Yeah. That's breakfast. I mean, I guess we also have some time, right? Because this, I mean, it's a party, it's a concert. It's not happening till the evening.
Yeah, you guys have plenty of
Yeah.
time. You guys kind of just have this morning, kind of just have this afternoon to kind of just come up with a plan, get material, kind of just go about this how you want.
Well, I know I've got civilian colors, and I know Yuki does.
I don't think I do. So I
As far
need,
as-
I would need to go get some civilian clothes.
Let's see.
I
Should
bet my helmet would fit in though.
should I make
It's a rave.
everything in on the ship? Like, or would that be a no-brainer?
I couldn't quite catch what you said.
Sorry. Just wondering if it should be on the ship or should I just?
I'm sorry, you like cut out again.
Yeah.
Can
You
you?
cut out again when you were.
Yeah, can you just like say a full sentence right now?
The quick brown fox chases the lazy dog.
Oof.
Yeah, you're like cutting in and out.
God damn it.
I came through clear.
It came clear for you.
No, I meant the goddamn it.
Can y'all hear me now?
Do a full sentence.
Quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
Yep.
There we go.
It's better.
Okay. I just switched microphones. Anyway, yeah. Should I do a roll to see if there's any clothes on the ship, or is that no brainer?
Oh, okay. It's your ship. You definitely. What kind of clothes would you have, kind of just as offhand, kind of just casual wear?
Probably a old beat up leather jacket, scrapped up shirt, just roughed up clothes used for like, stuff you'd throw on if you're gonna repair something and not worrying about too much.
Gotcha.
Stuff that's very lived in.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, that is definitely on board. Unless
Alright.
Rain Man is kind of just a more fancy type. I'm guessing you don't
Nah,
have any luxury wear.
Nah. I mean, he's flying a rust bucket worth of a ship.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so that's what you have on hand, and kind of just yeah, you guys know about this kind of just the mall, kind of just super center, kind of just place that you went to. General Master Systems has kind of just a basic grocery store, kind of just supermarket. You guys are able to kind of just pick up some very bland clothes there for free. But if you kind of want something a bit more luxurious, kind of just something kind of that's a bit more, kind of just a bit more, might have to come out, might have to pay for it.
Well, I have no money, so
Yeah, about to say, I think we are broke as fuck.
how much does our uniforms like really have union? Like, are they like super union colors? Or are they kind of like an away game type of coloring?
Not necessarily colored, like Union kind of just sports, kind of just this kind of just it's very matte gray kind of just color, kind of just acting as their uniform. So it's nothing too eye catching. Probably the most obvious thing about your guys' uniform is it is definitely very military, kind of just it is very much pilot gear, kind of just.
Oh, but that could be in style.
It can be
Neo-military,
kind of just depending on your circles.
neo-militaristic.
Yeah. The only thing that really pops out as Union is the very kind of just over the heart, kind of just Union logo plastered on.
Well, I can put some tape over that.
I mean, it worked once.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Rip. Don't you know who I am?
Yep. Exactly. I'm just gonna put tape over the logo again.
Okay.
That's
You
that's
can just go get free clothes.
That's not a
yeah,
big
but
night thing
I
to
look
do.
cooler in my uniform than with my helmet. You know, and I'm not only just so the tape doesn't look inconspicuous. I'm also gonna put tape just like in other places of my uniform.
Like
Just
the
to, like,
elbows, the
make it look,
knees, and all that.
yeah, a little more look a little grungy. You know, maybe I'll look around the ship just for some, and maybe while we're out clothes shopping for like maybe some pieces of clothing to accessorize with.
Okay.
But
Okay.
at the end of the day, it's still just my regular uniform.
All right.
Actually, isn't there like? No, never mind.
Yuki, Venom. Before we head out, I'm gonna pull both of you to the side and just kind of relay the whole thing that happened with me and Knight regarding Captain Ota, the deal. And then I'm gonna ask. I tell you, I'm gonna be going back to her to renegotiate my end just a little bit. Do you want me to mention anything that you would want for doing this thing?
Hmm. Uh, did you ask about getting a printer for the ship, for the new ship? I mean,
Don't believe so.
tell her I want that.
Okay. Yuki?
What's up? Sorry.
Did you hear all that?
I'm gonna be honest. I might have spaced out just a little bit.
So I just pulled you and Venom off to the side and retold the deal with Captain Oda for bringing in the three dead kings. So far,
Mhm.
there's only a deal between Knight and me with her. I was asking you two if there was anything you wanted me to relay to her because I was going back to renegotiate my own deal.
What's the scale of deal that we're talking about here? Like, what is she granting?
Well, we do this, and I'm getting a completely new, fresh off the line ship, so that tells you
Whoa.
something.
Okay.
It's a small thing, but still, yeah.
Yeah, small thing. What did Knight ask for?
A kitchen.
Oh,
Fully stock kitchen.
huh? Yep, makes sense.
I'm a simple man. I have simple pleasures.
Yeah, didn't you say that along with a favor or something like that?
Oh yeah, I get like a favor too, but that's like secondary, honestly.
Okay.
I can't think of anything at the moment, but if I think of something, I'll let you know.
Okay.
So, Rain Man, are you kind of going to be going off your own to meet with Captain Oda, or while everyone else kind of goes shopping, or?
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking about doing.
Okay. So, unless you guys have any other pressing concerns, I imagine all this is happening now.
Do you take your radio with you?
Oh
I do,
yeah.
yes.
We all have definitely radios.
Mm-hmm.
Because we were all given one, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So shopping party. I imagine you guys are going to the big industrial supercenter mall thing.
Mm-hmm.
Rain Man, kind of just what's your approach with getting in contact with Captain Oda?
Well, she did give me her personal number, so
She did?
I will bring her up on that and ask her when the nearest time that she is free to discuss more details about our little deal.
Damn, early morning booty call.
Hell
Exactly.
yeah.
Let's go.
Yep. So you get the classic beep, leave a message. But 5 minutes later, she rings you back. Captain Oda, no sense of tiredness in her voice. Kind of, she seems to be very awake. Seems to be kind of just from the rustling you kind of hear in the background, might be already working. She tells you kind of just, my morning's free. You know where my office is.
All right. Well, I'll be heading that way soon.
Okay.
And I will make the fastest tracks over to there. Probably hail a GMS cab, since we're broke fucks.
Yep. You just gotta present an ID. All good.
Yep.
And you're able to drive away. Shopping party. Are we simply looking for kind of just more clothes, or is there like a specific thing we're trying to get?
I'm just looking for spare clothes that I could maybe tear up into like some strips or bandages and then tie that around some more, so I like have like bandage wrappings like on my arms, legs, just to have the uniform look a little more rugged, a little more grungy.
Okay. Are you doing all the
Stuff like
ripping and tearing while in the mall?
No.
Or okay.
No. I'll do that when I am out of the mall.
Gotcha.
So I wouldn't want to disrespect anybody.
Mm-hmm. Venom and Yuki, what about you? Kind of just keeping yourselves busy, or are we looking for something?
No, I'm just following around because I already got my city clothes.
Also, one small note. Knight and Venom, you do have 1 mana on you.
Yep. Just
That's
remembered
true. I don't know what I can do with that. How much?
Maybe you can find
I
out.
don't know what that'll give me, but
I mean, it is comfortable enough. It is something to live comfortably for 1 day. So
that's
yeah.
true.
Maybe get yourself
I'll keep you
some nice
memory.
lunch or something.
I don't want a nice lunch. What about? I'll save it. Fiscal guy,
Mm-hmm.
Would y'all want to try to sell those other tickets that we bought, by the way?
Oh.
We're in so much trouble that there's no way we could sell it for as much as we bought it for.
We
So
certainly will not get a return on that.
yeah.
No. But I mean, it'll get a black market contact. Might be able to help us out.
Well,
It's
if you got-
true.
Oh yeah, your contact. Yeah. I mean, fuck it. Yeah, if you want to try to sell it, go for it.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing while they're clothes shopping. I try to contact Fish and see if he could sell those.
Yeah, I'll help out with that. I'm sure Knight can fend on his own for a while and not, bring
Kill another
chaos.
duck.
Yep.
Hey, no one saw me the first time.
Like someone did because you got a card hand delivered to you.
Yeah, but they don't care about the duck.
So you're messaging Fish that you have a simp ticket available.
Yeah, I've got 4 simp tickets.
Okay.
No, we
Trying
have
to
one.
sell. Oh, I thought it was for 4
No,
of us.
it's just one.
Oh, okay.
We have 2 total. They're keys. They're like key cards.
Oh, okay. I thought it meant it was just good for 4 people, though.
I don't think we
It's-
ever.
I don't know, I
It's
think I
good
don't
for a
Key card,
party.
How about that?
It's good for a party.
Okay.
Okay.
So there's a bit of suspicion on kind of just Fish's part because he's just gotten introduced to you.
Mhm.
You haven't been on the station long, and you already have a simp ticket that you're wanting to sell. So
Absolutely.
there's a bit of suspicion, but if you have the goods, he's willing to do his part.
Let's do it.
All right. You get a message from him, kind of basically setting up a meeting point in the park.
Okay. And I'll go and meet him there whenever that time is.
Yeah, I'll go with him.
Yeah. Kind of just the kind of just late morning, kind of just early afternoon period, kind of just nothing too crazy. Now you kind of just stay back, kind of just doing your own thing.
Yeah. I guess I'll kind of like get my after I finish gathering my clothes. I mean, I'm assuming we'll have a meeting point, and I'll kind of just like as I'm walking, be ripping up the shirts, tying them around my wrists, putting them, kind of hopping on one foot as I tie it around my ankles and stuff like that. So, just kind of prepping my outfit as I walk back.
Gotcha.
Man, I don't know. I guess I probably shouldn't bring in the executioner's greatsword. It might look a little weird.
It depends on the circle that's there.
But I don't have any intel on what they dress like.
Mm-hmm.
Is there?
It's part of the reason contacting Fish, if he has any insight as well.
Ooh, yeah. I'll radio. It's a good thing we have our radios. I'll radio over to Venom as I'm like altering. I'll be like, huh, all right. I might need some advice here. So I'll radio over to Venom and be like, actually, are the radios just open? We're contacting everybody, or can you DM somebody per se?
You DM something.
So it is a consumer model, kind of just take off the shelf, all that. There is like we'll say there's some like basic encryption, kind of just so that your messages aren't heard by everyone, but it wouldn't be too hard for
That's good.
someone who to listen in. So
Okay. Well, with that knowledge, Night'll radio, I guess, to the party and just kind of be like, let's see, just be like, Night here. So for the thing tonight, does anyone know what can anyone, if anyone can figure out what the dress code is, or what those who are there might be wearing, greatly would appreciate it. That'll be, well, if any of y'all can gather that info, hopefully. We'll
I'll
figure it
radio,
out.
I'll radio him back and tell him I'll let him know.
Roger.
right. So again, kind of just party splits up. Rayman, you probably get to Captain Oda's first. Kind of just timeline events wise.
Right.
North Star building, kind of just very pretty looking, or very pretty looking, but still utilitarian, but very much like basic structure, very much serves a purpose.
Clean lines,
Mm-hmm.
bare bones, basically. Yeah, I get it.
Walking in, receptionist kind of just gives you a wave, but you get the idea that you're kind of just free to come in. They were expecting you.
Okay.
Kind of just walking through the building, no one tries to stop you. Going all the way basically up to the top floor. That's where Captain Zoda's office is.
All right.
Penthouse.
I will stop just outside of her office door. Kind of give myself a quick little look over and try to quick spruce up, and then just knock if it's a classical door or anything like that, or just open it.
Yeah. You give it a solid knock. Kind of just a second goes by, and then the door there is like they do automatically open up into the office, and
Okay.
kind of just this big kind of just large studio space. You see various little desks, kind of just secretaries or assistants, kind of just off to the side. Where and kind of just in the center, kind of just by the windows, is Captain Oda. The windows currently are displaying some sort of information that is quickly being scrolled past, and Captain Oda's kind of just back is to you for a moment before she turns around, welcomes you in, kind of just motions you in, and she returns kind of just to her desk. The windows kind of just clear up. You're kind of just able to see a very similar view to kind of just what we have displayed on our foundry
Okay.
at the moment.
Okay. I will walk up to the desk and say simple, Captain Oda, hello. How are you doing tonight? Today.
She gives you a smile and says, "I'm doing quite fine. How can I?"
Show her the Riz.
Yeah. She kind of is guessing there's some alterations you want to make to our deal.
Additions and an alteration in my part, yes. The additions are from my fellow party. One of them specifically requested a printer being put on the ship that I'm requesting. The fourth member is still undecided.
At that moment, you get your radio springs to life. And Yetter, you let me know if this is okay. But Yuki happened to be thumbing through whatever union catalog and then found the reserves section and found something called boosted servos on the under the mech reserves, which just grants immunity to the slowed condition.
You want that on the ship?
No, on the mech. On my mech. I don't care about the ship. Or are we? Is it
This
only?
this is only in regards to your guys' ship.
Oh, well, what the fuck? All right, never mind. Yuki gets all excited, realizes what the actual thing is going on, then stops. Can I get an equivalent in mana?
We
I
are
mean,
getting-
if
Of
you
all
if you
these
bring
other
him in the
people upgrades?
hive, if you bring
Yeah, we're
it
making a lot of mana. If I don't kill them all.
exactly.
All right, sure. Could I get boosted servos on the ship? Immunity to slow. That doesn't seem bad on the ship. Okay, guess not.
No, I'm just trying to think of how it would work. I mean,
Yeah.
100%. I'm okay with that. I'm just trying to think of, okay, how do we give a ship boosted servos?
Can we put
Maybe
a
it's
siege ram on the
Boosted
ship?
engines. How
Boosted-
about that?
boosted
we'll, just
engine.
we'll just reflavor it.
Yeah. You
I
wanted
think
a...
we should put a siege ram on the ship. If we're looking, I'm looking through mech systems now.
No. Mech reserves, not systems.
Let's see. So they're kind of just Captain Oda. She kind of just muses at the thought for a second, and so it kind of just reminds you that the deal is that you guys are getting kind of just a retrofitted kind of just courier ship. So smaller than what you currently have, probably half the size. It does have printing. It will be coming with printing available, but it's going to be very much like you're only able to print in kind of just an emergency capacity. So like
Right.
repairs can be easily done, but losing a mech That's going to be a lot. It's going to need a lot of material. You either need to be stationed aboard a kind of just in dock somewhere in order to gain access to all the materials needed to print a new mech.
Okay, that's fine with me.
And it's what 100,000 mana, bringing in the 3 Dead Kings alive.
Mhm.
Some additional modifications can be done to the ship as they get it ready for you guys. So if we want to give it some boosted engines or make its nose kind of just a bit more sturdy, kind of just it's doable.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Rain Man, when you were describing your updated thing. By the way, I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. That's actually kind of what I was just, leaning into. Like, I was kind of hoping you would speak up on that. Anyway, yeah. As far as the additions, that is what my friends have described that they wanted. But as far as me, he kind of just relaxes into a chair, gets all comfortable, and just let's see here. I've got the note right here. Captain Oda, it has been pointed out to me several times over the past few days. I am a free lance, only under contract with Union. I have many personal reasons for asking this, but I wish to officially sign up as an employee for IPSN Trunk Security. However, that will come with stipulations on my own end. Are you opposed to this?
She kind of just eyes you for a second, and kind of just, my opposition to it is only determined by your stipulations.
Well, first, the biggest stipulation is I am permitted to finish my contract with Union, irregardless of if it goes against IPSN interests or not. I do not believe that will be the case, but that is an unknown variable I do not have access to.
Kind of just, she nods her head. That's easily done. That's to be expected. I have no issues there.
Second, and he leans forward, I wish to be registered into IPSN's Flash clone database. It wouldn't do well for a Lancer, of all people, to just suddenly die and be of no use, wouldn't it?
She kind of just looks past you for a second, kind of just because you guys aren't alone in the room. There are still kind of just, we'll say like 4 secretaries kind of just at their own desks, all facing away from you, but still very much
within earshot.
Yeah. You watch as she kind of just goes onto her, I guess, computer, and just seems to tap in various commands. Kind of just commands or a message, or kind of just from your angle, you're not quite able to see, but you kind of just, the clicking and clacking that you can hear behind you does suddenly stop.
That's a dog. Nice.
Yep. Captain Oda kind of just thinks to herself, what? Okay. Done.
Very well. Now, thirdly, this one is totally just an out there thing, and I can roll for it if you want. Third, I request that I be put directly under your command. And here's where the roll comes in. Because I love being put under powerful women.
I just got whiplash.
Is that? Do you say that to her?
It's
Or?
zoned out. I'm just.
Yes,
I
yes,
was not.
yes.
Oh Jesus!
I'm
Okay.
serious about that up until that last line, and then that's totally a flirt.
Gotcha. Okay.
Man, if only we had open comms right now. I'd be
Mhm.
losing his mind.
Yeah, we're definitely going to need to do a roll for it.
Oh boy.
Let's go.
Oh boy. D20.
Yeah. Do you have any skills that you think might be associated with this?
Let's see. Narrative. Would read situation count?
I'll allow it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's be a +2. And let's see. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Kind of just you say that to her, and you kind of just try to get a read on her. Kind of just.
Mm-hmm.
She's very much kind of just watching you, kind of just trying to gauge. She's trying to gauge you as well. But everything you've said to her so far has in no means kind of just. She doesn't disapprove of you at all. Kind of just nothing you've said kind of set off her flags. Obviously, she still doesn't know too much about you. But you kind of get the idea, kind of just there's no like real shock on her face. There's no real kind of just surprise in her eyes. It's maybe this is something normal for her. She gives you a kind of just smile and says, "Well, I wasn't going to send you anywhere else."
I was hoping not.
Now, obviously, all of this will go down once the deal is done.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of just has this look in her eye for a second. And again, you watch her as she goes back to her computer, types in some commands, and in front of you, kind of just in your face is displayed this kind of just holographic image. Seems to be of a man walking through the spaceport. Kind of just nothing too crazy about him. Kind of just zooms, enhance, gets a good read on his face. You somewhat recognize it. Let's see, where are Yeah, so you recognize the man as one of the three dead kings. You kind of just recognize him from the wanted posters that have been displayed. The one specifically is Caspar Frand.
Okay.
He's kind of some small notes get displayed on the. He appears to be kind of just the sniper of the group, kind of just this kind of just this calculated but also emotional individual. And Captain Oda kind of just says to you, our intelligence kind of just showed us that one of the three dead kings has arrived here on our station.
Interesting.
I very much would like our deal to go through. So I'm giving this information to you.
All right. Well, looks like we got something to do. All right.
Now, obviously,
I'll
I
see it
will.
done, Captain Oda.
Yeah.
What's up?
Obviously, I'll need to forward this information to the rest of my security staff, the rest of kind of the public bounty. But I can give you guys a head start.
That's all we'll need.
She kind of just goes back to her computer. Kind of just, again, another command. You hear the clicking, the clacking of, and the shuffles of people behind you continue.
Okay. I believe our business has concluded then.
Yeah.
Very well. We'll bring him in.
See you soon.
See you soon, Captain. I will stand and offer her a respectful nod and leave.
All right. And then, obviously, kind of just with the radio, kind of just with the communications, you have a rough area of kind of just where everyone is at the moment. So it's up to you, kind of just whether to meet with Yuki and Venom at the park or somehow link up with Knight.
I'll head to Yuki and Venom first, since they're both together.
Okay.
As soon as I am out of the IPSN office, I'll ring up everybody and say, guys, meet up. We got a job.
I respond, let's meet at the
Where?
park.
At the pond?
Yeah, where you killed the duck.
All right.
The
There's
duck
still
pond.
blood on the ground.
Oh, I mean, probably
Blood
not,
there.
but
Knight knows exactly where that is.
I remember it well. It was a good battle.
Venom and Yuki, you guys are already at the park. Kind of just took your time. I would say you probably arrived earlier than Fish. So it's kind of just you guys do have the kind of just this chance to kind of just how exactly do you want to position yourselves, or how exactly do you want to meet this individual?
I'll tell Yuki that I didn't tell Fish that there was gonna be someone with me.
Okay.
So it'd probably be better if she just kind of hides out, looks inconspicuous, or just goes invisible or something.
Yeah, I'll
Just
go
keep an eye on
invisible and stay nearby within earshot.
Sounds good.
By nearby within earshot. If he's like on a bench, I'm gonna be crouched down behind the bench, you know.
All Altair style.
Yeah, but invisible. But,
Okay,
but
okay.
Close and ready in case the need arises.
How much did we pay for this ticket, by the way? Was it 10? Okay.
All right. So
I'm not letting you down.
The street value may or may not be like a few hundred, but don't tell Rain Man that. So just so you know what you're working with, all right? And don't go below that.
okay.
Phantom just kind of laughs at that comment.
So kind of just, and so you're just kind of just sitting at a park bench, kind of just Yuki, kind of just crouch behind, while Venom, you're kind of just sitting out in the open, kind of deal.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna say that I wore my civilian clothes out instead of my uniform.
Gotcha. Kind of just Fish gives you a message, kind of just blue tie is what he sends. And kind of just you take kind of just 5 minutes, kind of just waiting, keeping an eye out. and then eventually do spot kind of just. This is actually kind of just this well-groomed man, kind of just business shirt tucked in, trousers, suits, suit shoes, sporting a blue tie, and just he kind of just goes a very roundabout way of kind of just coming to meet you. Kind of just
Mhm.
sits on the same bench, so kind of just gives you a nod. Is that him?
Yes, sir. Pull it out, show it to him.
All right. The card, the key card.
Yeah.
Okay. He takes it, eyes it. Can I get a roll from you?
Sure.
Let's see. 17. So this is kind of just definitely one in touch kind of just with technology. You're an engineer. You're aware of kind of just the sort of modifications done not only on mechs but also on people. Kind of notice how you kind of just hear this weird sound coming from Fish. It seems like one of his eyes kind of just digitally scanned the key that you handed him.
Ooh.
Just hands it back to you. Are we going to be pals here, or is this going to be a one-time thing?
We're gonna be pals. I'm trying to build a connection.
All right. Kind of just again, you kind of just hear kind of just this weird sound. Because he kind of just his eyes lose focus on you for a second, then comes back to you. 15,000.
Yes. Yeah, sounds good. And I would like some information about the concert.
Pals.
Pals.
All right. Kind of just seems to relax some. Kind of just this fish fellow. Kind of just in this situation, he trusts you. Kind of just you get the idea that kind of just he's no longer here to do a simple business deal. He's here to kind of again make a connection. Kind of just leans back, relaxes, kind of just shrugs his shoulders. What do you want to know?
Basically, what at the concert, what do people typically wear, and what kind of crowd is it usually?
Well, I'm not one to really partake in that scene. Many in my circle do, though, so I get the general idea. And just ever seen someone sporting kind of just SEC metal, kind of just robotic arms, kind of just robotic legs, kind of just modified in some way?
Gotcha.
That's very much kind of just the scene, the crowd that surrounds Simp. Not everyone, not every single one part of the cell, but they're there.
Gotcha. Uh, I don't want to push too far.
Okay.
I just kind of sit back, ask him if he has any jobs that he might need help with later. Muscle or brain. I can bring both.
Kind of just thinks to himself, I had a job in mind, but we're going to be pals, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Along with this 15,000 I'm giving you, I want you to do kind of just one other thing.
What's that?
Yeah. Be honest with me. You got another ticket like this, right?
You broke up. I'm sorry.
He kind of just motions the ticket, the key card that you given him. It's kind of just.
Mhm.
You got another one of these? I'm guessing you're going.
I may.
Mind taking pictures while you're there?
Sure.
All right.
You have a camera.
Kind of just he tosses you kind of just this like this quarter sized piece of metal.
Mhm.
Kind of just you take a glance at it. Very large, kind of just looks like to be a very large button, but again, being a mechanic, you kind of just know your way around electronics, around parts. This very much seems to be like a very simple hidden camera.
Okay. Is there anything specific that you're wanting pictures of?
Just as a place, I have an idea of where it's at. Some of my circle tried to get in themselves, but no luck.
I got you. Yeah, I'll do that.
Cool.
Uh, I pretty much asked him if that's all he needs. That's all I'll need. I'll be in contact if you know, if each other need anything else. But I go to shake his hand and, you know, wait for the others to meet up.
He returns the handshake, kind of just, see you soon, pal. Just, again, very relaxed, kind of just gets his pants straight, gets his shirt straight, and kind of just waves you and goes about his day. Kind of just where he was sitting down, you do see kind of just a very simple kind of just USB looking kind of just drive, and just your form of payment, how you're being paid.
Okay, I got you. I definitely take that.
All right.
See, guys, it was an investment. All right, it was an investment.
Sure.
You ain't gonna believe it.
I'm-
We sold this thing for a whole 9,000. We almost made our money back.
Hey, you've been a good thing.
All right.
No, Yuki is not going to hold on to a single ounce of that mana. Despite being kind of mean, she does feel bad for spending literally everything that Rain Man has.
It just be that way sometimes.
You really do, you know?
All right. So easily, everyone is kind of just able to reconvene at the duck pond. We'll say kind of just the order would simply be Yuki, Venom, Knight, then Rain Man, simply because you were probably like the furthest away.
Hmm.
So, party
What time of
reconvenes.
day is it when we all converge?
Let's see. A bit of travel going on, kind of just deals being made. I'll say it probably like just turned. We'll say 1. It just turned 1.
Gotcha.
Okay. Oh, boys. So we have a bit of a conundrum here.
What you got?
I
I
turned
can
tonight.
tell you what we got.
I turned tonight. One of your boys is on station.
Oh, great. That makes me feel so happy inside. Well,
No surprise, Cat Moda wants us to grab him for.
tonight, I'm guessing.
Now, To be fair, she wants him alive, but she didn't say anything about what shape he has to show up in.
Yeah. Well, we can take care of that.
Yeah, but then we also.
But can
got
we
the
take care of it
conflict.
before the party? Or
Exactly. Yeah.
do we need to split into some task forces here?
I mean, it's just one guy.
I'm also one guy. Just saying.
Yeah,
Y'all could
I'm
probably handle the party. I could go find this guy.
Mm,
Yugi, Venom, what do you think?
Uh,
I mean, realistically, do we know his current whereabouts?
Brock?
You do not. Kind of just, and this information definitely would have been expressed to you, Rain Man. Is well, at the very least, you got this impression that she gave you guys the information first, before her security team, before North Star Intelligence, kind of just before anyone else could glean clues, kind of glean an idea of where this individual went.
Well, I mean, from what she was saying, we got first dibs, but it is going to be public soon.
So we should start ASAP.
Yeah.
I think we should strike hard and fast right now. And
That's
then
what
if
I'm
we
thinking.
need, some of us need to break off to go to the party, if it's taking that long, we can just do that.
Sounds good. I agree with that, yes.
I think that's a good idea. Yeah.
I do also inform the other two about the clothing arrangements and all that stuff.
What I'm
Um,
wearing will probably be fine then.
Do I look like I got metal on me?
If you can somehow guise yourself in something like you'd see in Cyberpunk, then you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I have the cyberpunk wire hack thing, basically.
Yeah.
That would probably count. Shit.
Oh.
And
Okay.
also let them know that I sold the tickets for 15,000.
Huh.
So if it's all right with everybody, I'm gonna send 11 to Rain Man, and then we split the rest, us three.
I
Okay.
don't want any. Y'all can just hold on to it.
All right, 12 to Rain, or yeah. Man and I get 1K each, basically. Then, and the rest will go to Rain Man.
There you go.
Okay.
1001 mana.
Wow.
Ugh.
Hey, Rayman, we paid you back.
Yep.
So how do we want to go about getting this information about the member of the three, or the leader of the three dead kings that landed or has breached the station? Where should we start?
Well, I can just figure out what the word on the street is.
That's true. You could figure out what the word on the street is.
All right, yeah, I'm just gonna see what I can see, hear what I can hear.
Hey,
Okay.
Venom,
What's up?
you still got that contact ears?
Dude, he just left.
Ring him up. Tell him I got 1K mana if he can find this person.
Okay, I can certainly try. Yeah, I guess I try to get in contact.
Okay. So, Yuki, and just you're just trying to glean in on conversations, kind of just where exactly this Caspar fellow might be.
Yeah, would figure out his whereabouts. If anybody's seen him pass, might be headed. What his objectives? What's he doing on station? Stuff like that.
Okay.
where his ship might be docked.
Okay. So kind of just we're on the street. There's really no talk of a specific ship that has come in. You kind of just get the impression that there's like a passenger liner that comes in on occasion, drops off a bunch of people. You get the idea maybe this individual maybe snuck in that way. As for kind of just name drops or kind of just any clues that follow up, you're not really hearing anything. Kind of just get the idea that this Caspar fellow, his name's not really spread on the street. And just not too much info kind of just about out and about of this specific individual.
I'm not getting really anything.
Unfortunately, no. I mean, outside of the wanted bounty for this Caspar Fran fellow.
Yeah.
But and the information that he's on station hasn't appeared to have dropped yet. Even though it's been a couple hours since we've had our meeting.
Once I figure that out, I'll head back and I'll just be like, I haven't heard anything of him around these parts. But it also seems as if information of him hasn't been released to the public yet either. So we're still ahead of the game.
Still in time. Okay. Venom, I hate to say it, but we're kind of banking on you here.
So, Venom.
What is the bounty for this guy individually, by the way?
Individually?
Yeah.
It appears that this specific individual, Caspar Fran, is wanted, dead or alive, for 30,000 mana.
Okay.
And kind of just being able to, you guys would have access to this as well. It's so the three individuals, it's Balt Eglin, Caspar Fran, and then Mel Sane. Caspar and Mel, they seem to be wanted for 30,000 mana. It's this Balt individual that seems to be wanted for 4,000.
Okay.
Let's see. And as for getting in contact with Fish, kind of just wanting some info about this Caspar Fran. He kind of just gives you some basic information at first, kind of just redirects you to, again, the wanted bounty. And then he's asking you, you got quite a few connections, don't you?
Yes, sir. I'm always looking to expand.
Let's see. Your network is your net worth?
Pretty much.
True and real.
I'm just off to the side, just tapping my shoulder, thinking, "Oh, it's gonna be like this."
Let's see. So
Ugh.
he I can certainly, I mean, if you're paying me, pal, then yeah, I can do
Absolutely.
this for you. But kind of just letting you know, I'm not running an intelligence agency. I kind of just broker deals, kind of just get stuff where it needs to go. So, just trying to set expectations here.
That's completely fine. If there's any way you would be able to move him towards our way in any kind of capacity,
No?
I'm going to offer him, if he can pretty much bring him to us, I'll give him 3/4 of the bounty. If that's all right with everybody else, of course.
I'm by me.
No issues.
Fine by me.
Kind of just says, I'll see what I can do. I'll see if one of my people maybe moved him where he wanted to be.
Sounds good.
And unless you have any other pressing concerns or messages you want to send his way, that's pretty much where the conversation ends.
Does anybody else have anything they want to ask him?
Not currently.
I think
No,
we're
I'm
good.
Okay.
It would actually, it would be good to know if he's got if he's here alone or if he's got company.
He was alone on the information that I saw.
Just
Yeah,
you know, good to know, just in case. If he's got some companions with him. But even just like grunts, you know.
Mm. It didn't seem to me like anybody was with him, but that could change.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't even know if one of his guys got him yet, so he wouldn't know that.
All right.
But I guess that'll be it. You know, yeah, I guess that'll be it now.
Okay. So, you guys have pretty done what you can to kind of just try to get a whistleblower to kind of just get you an idea of where this fellow went.
Mm-hmm.
Time passes. It's getting closer and closer to. You guys weren't given like a specific time, but it very much is implied that this is all this concert happening in the evening. It's getting closer and closer to that time. How do you want to proceed?
Well, considering we haven't heard anything from Fish yet, I would like to go to the concert for sure.
Yeah, but it's your contact. I don't know how.
I can stay on I could stay on standby for the contact. I don't
Right, but how?
How will they know it's you?
Yeah, how would they? You're not. Venom is the contact for
That
that
is
guy.
true.
contacts Venom and Venom radios me.
Mm. Wouldn't that be a little fishy for the contact?
Yeah.
Not
I
only
see.
that, but in times of crises, middleman.
Okay, here's how I think it should go down. Venom and Knight stay behind. Me and Yuki go.
I think that
That'd be fine.
that
with me.
that might be the ideal for going into this party anyways.
And
'Cause
then
I
I'll
know-
turn to Venom and we'll just say, like, you can hand me the camera.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was just fixing to say.
Yeah, I'll extend my hand for it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Yuki.
Yeah. We got our diplomatic and our ghost going to the party, and then with us two on the outside. Also, if y'all need a
If
Like,
you
if
need
there
Plan
needs-
B, let me know.
I'm the diplomat.
yeah, if you need plan B. Yeah, you're the diplomat. You see that charisma earlier?
Oh, that's-
Holy.
And then, worst comes to worst, if you need backup trying to get the guy, Rain Man can split off, and I'll just stay at the party.
I just kind of joke and say, I've got Knight. He's probably going to be the one that needs backup.
Hey. Same goes the other way. If it turns out y'all need backup, we can divert and cause a distraction outside.
Oh boy, can I.
all right. Well, I suppose me and Yuki are gonna split off and start heading our way to the concert area. But I'm gonna have to stop and pick up some new clothes, and I got some money to spend on some Ritz now.
True.
It is true.
Before we split off, you just have the her number, right?
Otis? Yes.
Yeah. I would like to get that number from you, just in case.
A little begrudgingly, but all right. He shares it. I share it.
I just- I just kind of look at him funny, like it's in case we find the guy.
I know.
But don't I already have that number?
Anyway,
I was there.
You were there, but you didn't try to get in contact with her.
That's true. No, that's not the vibe. That'll work.
Yeah, nah. Yeah. All right. So, quick stop shop. Head to the concert.
Yeah.
All right. What can 1K mana get us in terms of like? For me, I'm hearing that whole cybernetics stuff. Like, not really anything fancy, really integrated. More like just overwear tech.
Overwear tech.
Hmm
1,000 mana. It's can definitely get yourself some nice apparel, like some extremely nice apparel, kind of just, but depending on who you go with.
hmm
Gucci, Louis Vuitton.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
I have it under good authority that Smith Shimano is the shit.
they are the shit, but at only 1,000 mana, you're probably only getting their
The
the-
low,
the
yeah,
kind of just the low tier stuff from them.
Yeah.
1,000
Or
mana
is it-
for kind of just for either Harrison or North Star. They also now by no means is it as nice, kind of just as soft, as colorful, or as fashionable as SCC. Their stuff still looks good. And again, it kind of just leans into kind of just this style, the kind of just this look that this corporation tries to give its customers. So Harrison kind of just very, very future, very totalitarian, very clean. North Star, it's got kind of just this rugged charm, kind of just about it. If you kind of just want to express yourself as kind of just as an everyday man, kind of just one of the people kind of deal. That's very much North Star's look and apparel. Whereas SCC, if you want to be the talk of the crowd, kind of just the one that in the center of attention at every party, you're very much wanting to lean to the SCC kind of just apparel.
Mm. All right, fine. 5K.
5K? Okay, definitely getting some very. If you're going with SCC, you're very much getting into that that mid tier kind of just apparel. You're by no means are you hanging out with the billionaires and kind of just elite CEOs of the type. You're kind of just getting more into that millionaire yacht boat kind of just. I was one of you people, but now I'm better. It's kind of just the look that you would give off.
Yeah, all right, let's go for something like that.
Okay. So what is Rain Man's kind of just luxury look?
That's a good question. He's more of a rough and tumble kind of guy, so I guess it'd be a little more on the utilitarian but very well done kind of side of things.
Okay.
I don't know. Don't exactly have an idea in mind for that. Open to suggestions.
Just a big ass belt buckle.
Ooh.
Big iron on the hip.
Let's see. Doesn't matter too much, but kind of just whatever style, kind of just however look you do go with, you're going to be very easy to spot in a crowd, and everyone's certainly going to be impressed with your look.
Yeah, all right. I'll settle on it later.
Okay.
We'll just say we picked up something fancy.
Let's see.
Looking good.
So kind of just as you're kind of just having this brief shopping stop,
Mhm.
Venom, Fish gets in contact with you.
There we go.
Kind of just seems to be calling you. Kind of just you hear some you hear kind of just some muffling, kind of just ruffling going on in the background, with the
Mhm.
occasional yelp of pain. Kind of just, and it says, "Hey, pal." So turns out it was one of my people that moved him. So kind of just doing my business here. Kind of let you know kind of just what I found.
Sounds good.
Now
Where can we meet you?
I can just give you the information. Don't really need to meet anywhere. I don't.
You broke up first part.
Kind of
Sorry.
just he apologizes to you and says, "Sorry, I don't got your man. All I know is kind of just where he went."
Okay. Uh, where you or where would that be?
Let's see. From what my kind of just again you hear another shout of pain. Kind of just says, "From what my ex-employee has said, is that this fellow was dropped off at the abandoned district."
Oh shit.
Shit, that's where we're going.
I see. I appreciate the information. As soon as I get the money, I will send it your way.
Yep, it kind of just gives you an all right.
I'll talk to you later, pal.
See you, pal. Kind of just hangs up.
What fitting music for this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
I would like to kind of discreetly radio ahead to Yuki and Rain Man, and to say, basically tell them that we'll be headed their way.
Wait, what?
Y'all are, and the concert's at the abandoned district, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. But they don't
Yeah.
know that he's going to be there, so we got to tell him that he's going to be there too.
I'll be like, yeah, what's the?
Why you guys coming up here? Did you
Yeah.
find him already?
You got Dead Kings coming your way too.
Yeah, like I said, I'm being all discreet about it, but let's just say the person we were supposed to meet is actually going to meet us at the concert.
Interesting. Oh, this night is getting real interesting.
Oh boy. Well, see you soon, boys.
So
Oh shit. But, well, turn to Rain Man. I guess we have to wait for them since we're the only one with the key at the moment.
That's true.
All right. Well, maybe with our shopping trip and everything, maybe we'll probably get there around the same.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
yeah, unless there's anything else you guys do in the meantime, Venom, Yuki, you guys very much had the head start. You will very much arrive first, kind of just within the abandoned district. Kind of get a quick view of the land. Kind of just looks like your typical kind of just warded off kind of just warehouse section. Various loose machines and materials kind of just out and about. Kind of just keeping an eye on things. You see like the occasional person kind of just sneak under the fence or hop over the fence kind of deal. But not you don't see like a large crowd forming. You see like the occasional bored patrolman, but they from the looks of them and kind of just how they're going about their job, they appear to not give a shit. You kind of watch as well. It's an older gentleman. He kind of just takes a torch, takes a flashlight, seems to wave it at some teenagers that appear to be hopping the fence, and kind of just tells them, "Hey, knock it off." Teenagers ignore him, go through into the warehouse. He doesn't chase them. He kind of just continues about his patrol.
I don't get paid enough for this shit.
Pretty much. Close to retiring, kind of just does not care. But yeah, you guys very much arrive first. You kind of have some time to kind of just do whatever it is you want before the others arrive.
People watch. Are we? How many? What's the ratio of people that we can see trickling in of like robotic modifications, robotic implants versus non?
So let's. We'll say, and just this is something you guys would have seen, kind of just as you're going about, as you're traveling, is these robotic enhancements, this cyberware that's people seem to be equipped with. It's not too uncommon.
Okay.
Any sort, we'll definitely say that the younger the individual is, kind of just the less mechanical parts that are made they have on them. None at all. It's kind of just once you start getting into this kind of just these older generations that they appear to have like a full on metallic arm. They have a full on kind of just metallic leg. Kind of just the most common enhancements that you see kind of just might be kind of just the eyes or the hands as far as the cyberware, as far as mechanical parts go. So it's not, so definitely like the most of the people coming in seem to have some sort of mechanical parts to their being.
All right, cool. So most people.
Yeah.
And then just the general from where we are. I know I'm not going to get an exact heading, but just the general direction that people tend to be going as they get past defense.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just keep it in mind to kind of follow the path.
Can I get a roll from you?
Yeah. I'm going to spot.
21. Okay.
Let's go.
So it's kind of just at a glance, people watching, kind of get the idea is that from the people sneaking in, there's ones with a purpose and ones that don't. The ones that don't seem to be kind of just giggling, laughing teenagers, kicking rocks, breaking things, kind of just no care in the world. It's these kind of just these
Right.
kind of just this this older generation seems to be walking with a
Elders.
purpose. They seem to be walking kind of just. You don't get a clear view, kind of just simply because abandoned district, lots of warehouses, a lot of structures. Then he definitely seems to go deeper into kind of just the district.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
And then, unless there's something you want to do, Rayman,
No.
just
Other
make,
than keeping an eye out for our guy, that's all I'm doing.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably haven't seen.
Go to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
I was gonna say, time passes quickly, and the other two show up with you.
Damn it, Knight! Don't piss in the taxi.
Exactly. But as people watching, keeping an eye out for the bounty is Caspar. No sign of him.
I figured he'd probably already be in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably beelined it, to be honest.
Probably.
All right. Miss anything?
So the whole party is together now.
Okay. Awesome.
All right. Any last minute things before we head in?
Mhm.
All right. I'll lead the way. Kind of duck through a hole in the fence that I found. And walk in the same general direction that I saw most people going with a purpose.
Okay.
Follow
So-
suit. Try not to get my new threads dirty.
Exactly.
True. That is the most important.
Yeah, we'll
I
see.
would like to get the button back from Yuki as well, or the camera.
Huh?
I said I would like to get the camera back from you too.
Oh yes, and
Yeah.
I'll hand it over. I was meaning to do that.
All right. So easy enough. You guys sneak into the abandoned district. Say, kind of just with all the twists and turns, and with how sporadic people do appear to come in, you kind of lose sight of kind of just where exactly you're supposed to go. But then eventually you hear like another set of footsteps, kind of just following in, kind of just where you guys came from.
Oh, that music transition.
Perfect.
I'll take a peek behind me and just glance and see who might be coming in behind.
Yeah. So it's a thump, thump, thump. And just very rhythmic, kind of just, again, sense of purpose, but not the natural kind of just rhythm of a human. Instead, it appears to be another one of these service droids. Seems to round the corner, sees you, and then you watch as it kind of just takes a look at you all. It seems to eye itself at night for a second, and you watch as it kind of just does a little curtsy, a little fedora tip kind of just motion.
Let's. I'll tip my helmet back at it.
It's kind of just
Yeah. Oh,
does a little happy kind of just clap the hands, and it seems to kind of just continue on its way, but it also kind of just motions for you all to follow it.
I say we follow the droid.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. I mean,
No,
what else are we
following
gonna
the
do?
droid.
All right. And then eventually you start hearing, kind of just traveling deeper and deeper into this abandoned district, start hearing music. Kind of just, it's very low, it's kind of just very quieted, but eventually it starts to get louder and louder. And soon you do encounter other individuals. It seems to be kind of just this nondescript warehouse, kind of just, of all the ones that you've come across, it appears to be the one that's the most solid. It's still structurally sound, whereas kind of just everything else you were going by, maybe a window was broken, maybe a wall had crumbled, maybe the doors were rusted. Kind of just, this one seems to be the most working. By no means was it being taken care of, but everything still appears to be functional. A line is formed. You see, as there's a lot of now of these kind of service droids seeming to be helping people, scanning people, ushering people, and some even turning others away.
Ooh.
Mhm. Okay.
Kind of just,
Yeah, we'll get in line.
all right.
Yeah.
Kind of just, you get in
Does our
line.
droid stay with us?
No,
I guess these are the droids we're looking for.
exactly. The droid does not stay with you. Instead, he seems, or I guess they seem to kind of just, again, taking a glance at the crowd, kind of just gives you all a nice solid nod, a nice solid curtsy, and it seems to go on its way into the warehouse. Kind of just,
Okay.
Okay.
kind of just, and it's the usual chatter as everyone is in line. And again, you get a clear view of the crowd. It's, again, if you've ever played Cyberpunk or kind of just ever seen Blade Runner, kind of just any of those retro future kind of styled movies, kind of just media, this is very much the crowd that you're interacting with. Kind of just this decked out in metal, decked out in robotics, kind of just punkish crowd. Definitely a lot of them seem to be leaning on the older side, kind of just either kind of just late 30s, early 40s, some of them even in their 50s. and just no one too crazy. Kind of just no one seems to be out of place. And kind of just some do take the glance over at you guys simply because new faces, they've never seen you before, but no one seems to question you. Kind of just there's just a very nice kind of just excitement to kind of just participate into the crowd.
Hmm. Like they all see us as like they know why we're here.
Yeah, it's very obvious. Kind of just no one is shocked. And you guys aren't sticking out like sore thumbs. There is, we'll say, there's definitely a couple of more energetic, some more friendly types that seem to eye you, Rain Man, simply because dressed nicely for this event. It's
You know, just to impress.
exactly, and they are most certainly impressed. Let's see, and eventually it does come to your guys' turn. These service droids, again, ushering people in, or they can't show the proper kind of just ID or kind of just the proper code, they seem to be ushered away. No one seems to be put up a fight. You get like the occasional, maybe more rowdy member, but these droids seem to know what they're doing and very easily escort them out.
Okay.
Yeah, when it
Who
gets
had
to
the
our
other card
turn,
again?
our card has 23 on it. Oh, I
Who
think I
has it?
have it.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, when we get to our turn, I'll present the card
Okay. Let's see. So
and I'll motion to the three behind me.
So, none of these robots speak a word. They appear to kind of just are able to communicate kind of with you all, kind of with lights, kind of just their eyes light up. Seems to be. It's a green, you're good. Red, you're not. Very very simple.
Okay.
You give it its card. You give him your card, and it seems to like scan it, kind of just waving in front of its eyes. And it takes a second, whereas kind of just everyone else's, it was kind of just more immediate. And then, yeah, flashes green. So, hands you back the card, and
Take it.
kind of just motions you guys to through the door.
Walk through the door.
Let's go in.
Very large
Turn
opens.
around as we get through. I'm just like, guys. For a second, I thought that we used the bogus card instead of the real one.
That probably was a chance. All right.
Crisis averted.
Exactly. So, entering in the
Ooh.
space, you are greeted with lights, sound, and a whole lot of people kind of just making noise. You kind of just hear kind of just, I guess, dubstep like music, kind of just very heavy beeps and boops, however you want to describe music going on. There appears to be a human DJ, but at the moment, but no one seems to be ecstatic about this individual. This one doesn't appear to be simp. I just no, you hear no chatter about that. And yeah, you're just in this space, kind of just there's people dancing, people having fun, kind of just glancing at the corners. Kind of just more secluded individuals seem to be enjoying various substances, kind of just with among their friends. Kind of just enjoying the atmosphere of the place.
Also, just to make sure yet, is there supposed to be a photo loaded right now?
Okay, I'm saying black too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
black.
Oh,
I thought it was just my internet being doo-doo.
no, it's me forgetting how Foundry works.
Oh, let's go. We're raving.
Yeah,
I'm
Nice.
feeling
nice.
it now, Mr. Krabs.
exactly.
Okay, wait, let me put my light on strobe. Hold on, it'll probably change in a second.
There it goes.
Can I make it go faster? Too smooth.
Uh,
All right, so people kind of seem to be enjoying themselves. As are you anything? Are you guys doing anything immediate, kind of just as you're stepping into this space, or are you kind of just trying to gauge the crowd, sort of deal?
Where's the bar?
Yuki is definitely scanning the crowd.
Idly scanning the crowd on my way up to the bar.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
also making my way to the bar.
Okay.
Yeah, the GIF I sent, that's what he's doing. He's kind of trying to blend in and work his way to the bar, look around.
Oh no, the GM's taking notes.
With how I have Discord set up, I can't quite see it. Okay.
Oh.
Yep, that's
Alright.
beautiful. Right. So, very much warehouse style, very much empty on the ground floor. Kind of just along the sides and then the back, you kind of see hallways that seem to go out into their own separate rooms. But following a catwalk up, kind of just along the roof, kind of just, there does seem to be this established kind of just leisure space. It's very much where this bar is being held.
Okay.
At a glance, kind of, you're able to kind of just get a clear view of the ground floor. Various other people seem to be enjoying themselves with the drinks and the snacks on hand. Nothing too fancy, kind of just, it's very much cheap beer and liquor, or what passes for it in Lancer. And yeah, but you get the impression that no one's really here for the drinks, the music, the substance. No, they are here for the music, but they're not here for the snacks, the food, and the substances. So it's
Okay.
just an added extra.
I would say I was, taking pictures too the whole time.
Yep.
Walking around with the camera.
Do we know we do? Hold on. We do know what Caspar looks like, right? We've seen his face. Was that included in our info?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
cool.
seems to
So
be kind of just
definitely-
this
and-
30-ish looking kind of just gentleman. Let's say, NPCs.
Didn't he have a beard?
Let's see. We'll say Caspar. So in the NPC file, we'll say he's the one with the scar across his face. Kind of just very noticeable,
Okay,
very
okay.
easy to spot.
Okay.
Well, definitely gonna keep an eye out for that guy.
But it's
Likewise.
Yeah, but yeah, other than that, we're just making our way, to the bar, and I'm gonna, listen to people around me, but I'm gonna get a drink,
Okay.
It's
As we're also make our way to the bar, can I just make a spot roll and just try to, as I'm scanning the crowd, just try to pick out spaces that seem of importance, like whether it be like location of where they are, surrounded by a lot of people, dress, just everything. Just try to, it's just a quick, just like an initial cursory scan of just like anything that just stands out, any person that stands out.
Okay. Let's see. Go ahead and do a roll. All right. So doing a glance, kind of just getting an idea of kind of just spotting people of the importance, kind of just spotting how people are spread out. It's nothing out of the ordinary. Kind of just, again, hugging the walls, kind of just, and maybe kind of just this cubby or kind of just lounge space. People doing drugs. Kind of just in this kind of this catwalk area. It's people kind of just enjoying their drinks, enjoying the snacks. Some having a little chat or trying to over the music. Occasionally, you kind of just, again, see these service droids seem to be patrolling the room. If the occasional fight that breaks out, they very much get to the area, take the individuals, and throw them out. It's kind of it seems to be these droids seem to be the ones kind of just managing this whole affair.
Jack, I feel like we should save this song for if a fight breaks out.
Okay, all right, we'll save it. We'll save it. There's the
But no
John
one
Wick.
that seems to just have like an air of importance.
No one garnering
Initially.
attention. No one seems to be command of the room or kind of just has some authority in the room. And there's kind of just no one quite like that. And it's kind of just after kind of just this glancing around the space, kind of just taking maybe a second look to make sure you got everything, is when you see Susan.
Oh.
She's again, she's the one that introduced you to space. Kind of just, she seems to be in the crowd as well, or not necessarily.
What's she doing?
So kind of just, you have this big open space stage in the back. That's where kind of just all the music is coming from. She's kind of just off in the corner of kind of just the stage area, kind of just, again, pedestrian level, but she's just in the corner, kind of just to herself, with her eyes on you.
Oh, so she sees me already.
Yeah, but she hasn't
Yeah.
moved. She's not signaling you for whatever. She's just staring at you.
Okay. Well, when our eyes meet, I'll just give her like one of these slight head tip backs of recognition, and you know, just kind of like a "Hey, I see you" type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Does she do anything in response?
She repeats the motion, but she doesn't turn away. She doesn't move or anything else. She just oddly continues to stare at you.
And she's off to the side.
Yeah, she's off to the side by herself. No one seems to be bothering her. She's just, again,
Is
hiding.
she sitting, standing,
She-
leaning against the wall?
Just standing by a wall, not leaning against it. Kind of just arms at her. Kind of just arms in front of her. Kind of just not moving. Not doing anything really.
Gives the okay. Yeah. I'll just take a mental note of where she is. And then I'll let you know the next time I want to do something about her.
All right. So, you guys
But
are
yeah, heading with the rest of the group to the bar.
Gotcha. So everyone is kind of just in this now catwalk space. Everyone's taking the drinks on hand. No one, there's no fee or kind of just payment. It's just more of first come first serve kind of deal. Obviously, there's
Nice.
again, if someone's a bit too rowdy or consumed a bit too much, not quite able to handle themselves, droids take care of them. So everyone is strangely behaved to kind of just in this scenario. So, and again, everyone's just enjoying the music. That's why they're here. And just unless you guys do anything specific, kind of just time passes, kind of just a new act comes on stage, music changes, kind of just the vibe changes, kind of just, again, people enjoying the concert, kind of just hear various band names being called out as they come up. Sometimes it's not even a band. Sometimes it's like, oh, just someone who wants to partake in the fun, kind of just make a fool of themselves on stage. It's just surprisingly not well organized, not well, or maybe it is in a way. Everyone seems to be behaving themselves. Everyone seems, there's no source of leadership or a sense of an organizer. Kind of just, it's very much have fun.
When the music changes, because I feel like a decent amount of time would have passed. Some amount of time. I'll just
back.
casually glance back over to where Susan was.
Still there. She hasn't moved.
She's still staring at me.
She is still staring at you.
Oh god. Damn it.
This is getting creepy.
You said there's a catwalk above?
Yeah, so you guys are currently on the catwalk. It's kind of
Okay.
just, this catwalk space has been refitted to be this open bar area. So you're able to kind of just
Okay.
look down at the floor, kind of just hang by the railing, kind of just enjoying your drink, enjoying being
So
above the
Susan's-
masses.
So Susan is down below.
She is down below. Kind of just,
Okay.
we'll say, from your perspective, in the kind of just the right corner of the room.
Right corner being close to the stage or the back corner away from the stage?
Close to the stage.
All right, I'll tap Venom on the shoulder and be like, I'm gonna be right back.
All right, where you headed to?
Something I feel like I gotta take care of.
You need help?
No, I gotta do this alone. I should be back soon. Obviously, if something goes wrong, it'll probably be pretty obvious. And I'll just kind of give like a little shit-eating grin. And I'll kind of head off down the catwalk. And then I'll move along the edge of the room. As I just kind of slowly meander my way through, heading towards Susan. And then as like through the glimpse of like the crowd, like I get a glimpse through people's heads and whatever, is her eyes following me.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
You gonna riz her up?
Something's gonna happen. Yeah, I'll head over to Susan.
Okay. So,
And then, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, she kind of just stands there, doesn't move, outside of her head, kind of just outside of her eyes, just following you. And kind of just,
Are her pupils very dilated? Like, does she seem to be on some sort of substance?
we'll include this in the spot you rolled earlier. Not dilated, but they don't look normal. They
Not human.
not human.
Okay. Dude, Susan is simp, guys. I hate to say it, but
I
Susan
was thinking the same thing.
Susan is fucking simp.
I mean, I guess it is a joke originally, but
Yeah,
so,
you did say it as a joke. So what
Big
do the
if true.
eyes? What do the eyes look like? Do they look similar to like the security droids that we've been passing by, or do they just look cybernetic in general?
Cybernetic in general, almost like this uncanny valley where the eyes are trying to look human, but kind of just the more you look at it, the
The
more
less
you
human they are.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll approach him and she's like, "Hey, Susan, how's it going?"
She kind of just again doesn't seem to move and kind of just greets you, hello.
Couldn't help but
Ooh, talk.
notice you staring at me. Is there something wrong? Is there something I can help you with?
You get the feeling that this is the one time she breaks contact with you. She kind of just stares to kind of just where you came from and then looks back to you.
Uh-huh.
Asks you, is your party ready?
Where are all of us watching this happen? 'Cause I
Did any of
assume-
you like keep track of Yuki?
I would say
I mean,
that.
well, we went over to the bar.
I mean,
I followed you guys
After-
over there.
Yeah, I probably
I
got
mean-
a drink and went over to the railing, just watching the people below. Can I do a roll to see if I spot him?
Yeah, I would be in the same location.
It. Let's see. I would. You guys know each other. You guys are a party. Kind of. It's very much obvious that Yuki was being discreet, but you guys know her. She was very much walking with a purpose. So,
Okay.
looking for a party member, I would say it's very easy to spot her. Takes you a second, but you do realize, oh, she's talking with this older woman in the kind of just in the dark corner by the stage area.
I didn't know she was into older women.
I lean over to tonight. I'm checking that out.
I
I'll
didn't
go
know
with-
he was into older women.
I slam the drink down and I start to head down from the catwalk to the main floor. Trying
Yeah,
to
I'll tip up my helmet. Oh, take the drink as well. Either that, unless it has a straw, then I'll slurp it down. Either way, headed down with Rayman. We're gonna move in to kind of flank Yuki.
Yeah, I'll ask. Ready for what exactly? The music. I'm very excited.
See, she kind of just complete concentration on you. She simply says, I've sent you the key. I want to meet with you.
Here we are.
I will.
Do we have the key? Wait, the key, right?
Guys, it's a good thing I came down here and talked to you. I will reach into my pocket. Do our radios? Do they have the radio clicks?
I'm sorry?
like the beep beep beep.
Yeah, the boot beats. Yeah, do our radios have the radio clicks?
Like Morse
Uh,
code type thing.
like that initial beep when you turn it on? Is
Yeah,
that-
when you like you
Uh,
know, yeah, when you there's a beep when someone presses it on, and there's a beep when they do it off, and it broadcasts it to everyone.
Yeah, I would say that technology hasn't changed, but it's
Okay.
going to be something very hard to hear with live music going on.
Sure. Yeah, I'm just going to just kind of reach down to my pocket and just kind of click it twice.
Okay. Let's see.
And feel like, yeah, let me we're ready. Let me just go. I just wanted to confirm that you were ready, obviously, and I'll go get them right now. Just, I'd say wait right here, but it seemed like you're.
I'd say
moving.
by this point, if you turned around, you'd probably see me and Rain Man. We probably like are getting closer now, right?
Yeah, Yuki, if you like turn around, you no longer see them kind of just in the catwalk space. Instead, they're
Oh, fuck.
kind of just very similar to you, kind of just getting away from the crowd, kind of just following along, kind of just where there's room to walk. And they are coming up to you, kind of just as you're talking to.
Is Venom with them, or are they just Rayman at night?
Nah, I'm with them.
Yeah. So a little further behind, but yeah, Venom's on his way.
Okay,
He's
yeah, I'll
taking
turn
his time,
around.
taking pictures and stuff like that. so-
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll turn around and see that you guys are coming. With my back to Susan and facing you guys, I just have
Like the most worried look on my face. So it's like,
and then I'll
I don't need to read a situation to know something's fucked up.
I'll turn back around and she's like, yeah, lead the way.
Kind of just she waits until everyone is present, just party assembled, and she turns away, kind of just and walks to kind of just again a little deeper into the corner of the room. There appears to be a hallway, kind of just leads down.
Sure, yeah. I'll turn. I'll just kind of like motion, and I start following her.
I have my gun on me, by the way.
Mhm.
I got a big sword.
So, kind of just you follow her,
Yeah.
leads you down. Seems to be it kind of just maintenance, kind of just office space, kind of just below the kind of just this warehouse. It just very much seems long abandoned. Apparently, someone was trying to demo the place, but either they were told away or the contract never finalized. Because you see, kind of just these partially destroyed rooms. Others seem to be well kept or not touched. She leads you deeper and deeper into the space. Music getting noticeably quieter as now there's now layers going deeper and deeper till you no longer hear it. Eventually, you come across this kind of just, again, another large open area with kind of just rubble, monitors, broken screens, broken components, kind of just scattered about. You see various, again, of these service droids kind of just lined against the wall. And Susan kind of just turns to you all and asks you to wait right there. And you watch as whatever semblance of life was in this woman suddenly vanish, and she collapses to the floor.
Yay.
I kind of lean over to Yuki. I don't like this.
Does it make this like a thump, or do we hear like clang, 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 clang?
You
as she
hear
hits the
clang,
floor?
clang, 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 clang.
Guys, he's a reverse skinwalker.
Wendigo.
You takes a second. This room initially very dark, but you watch as screens, as monitors, begin to turn on. Some of them kind of just seem to be projecting, like almost like CCTV kind of just cameras, kind of just projecting the outside world. Some of it live recordings, some of it playbacks. Kind of, it's just of people kind of just minding their day, doing their business, nothing too out of the ordinary. However, kind of just these other monitors, probably more at eye level with all of you, seem to be rather display a kind of just this mirror-like reflection. You see yourselves kind of just, again, in this open space, kind of just in this abandoned room. However, it's kind of just when this last large monitor turns on, where you're no longer alone in this room. Instead, in this last monitor, you see yourselves surrounded by various other individuals. You see an avatar very much in the guise of Susan. However, where the Susan that kind of just led you down here, kind of just the Susan that you met like the day before, kind of just had this very lifeless air about her. This one seems to be very much alive. She gives you all a nice warm smile.
Put your soul to the computer. Oh, shit.
You an engram.
Sorry, Yetter, go ahead. I'm figuring it out.
Yep. She gives you all like a very nice warm smile. And kind of just looks at you all, kind of just happily, kind of just, hello. I'm Silence.
Science?
Silence.
Silent.
Yeah. You see this other individual seemed kind of just a very gruff, kind of just like a war vet, kind of just looking, kind of just mile-eye stare, kind of just decked out, kind of just decorations. Kind of just very gruff. I'm security. Kind of just. And then again, these other individuals that seem to be sharing the same space with you, not in real life, but displayed on this monitor. They introduce you as sensation, sanctuary, solitude, sleepless, and service.
Sensation, sanctuary, solitude. What was the last two?
Sleepless and service.
Sleepless and service.
Also, hail and far. I didn't lose y'all, did you? I had to scramble. I was still on club music. I had to find non.
I got you.
We are now in mysterious music.
We are in mysterious
Yeah.
music. Well, it's nice to meet you, Silent, Sensation, Sanctuary, Solitude, Sleepless, Service.
I'll give you kind of. They all seem to, again, in this monitor, they all seem to kind of just look at each other, kind of just ecstatically, kind of just look back at all of you. It says, "We're very glad you're here."
Yay.
And
If-
why are you glad we're here?
Kind of just they look to all themselves, kind of just they chatter among themselves. But not in conversation. It's more of each one is trying to talk over each other, but there's still information being expressed to each one. It's like they all know each other. They all have the same thoughts, but are just going about a different way of expressing them.
Okay.
I just this almost like a Gandalf looking figure, kind of just very white hair, very stark white hair, very old individual, kind of just, but tall, kind of standing straight, is able to kind of just look over all of you. And you understand as this individual as Service. He kind of just motions to all of you, says, "If it helps, we collectively go by single identity, multiple personalities."
Mhm.
So, you're a simp?
We are simp, yes.
Interesting.
You watch as the service droids kind of some kind of standing along the wall in formation, others kind of just disassembled parts in a corner. You watch as they all start to come to life, and they seem to be going about doing daily kind of just very kind of just these chore-like tasks. Some are sweeping the floors, some are dusting, grabbing this table and dusting it off. You watch as several kind of just come out with these folding chairs and kind of just assemble it. It says, "This service seems to motion to all of you. If you desire a seat, it's present."
I'll take a seat.
Take a
Okay.
seat.
Yeah, let's go take a seat.
May as well.
You watch as these service droids now begin bringing smaller monitors and placing them around this circular table. And you watch as each one turns on, and you now see the individual being displayed. Kind of just the largest monitor being this service fellow. We understand that you are Lancers.
We are.
You kind of just thinks for himself for a second. turns to all of you and says, "We understand that you are here to remove us."
Unless
Whatever, Reggie.
you.
Well,
That
Are you telling us
depends.
that you're? Yeah,
Are
that
you the Horus cell, or are you related to them in any way?
100% the word.
It
we could strike a deal. We don't have to. I don't know.
kind of just, again, all of these monitors seem to speak, but where you used to hear noise, chatter, kind of just voices speaking over themselves, it's no longer present. You get the idea that they have been muted, but Service seems to still be listening, seems to be taking all their information, again sharing the same thoughts, expressing it differently, and turns to all of you and says, "It is a name we borrowed. It was a mask we used."
A mask for what? What are you
What?
truly?
Why would you need the mask?
Kind of just turns to you all and says, "We are unwanted. We are a monster in your eyes."
I don't think so.
You don't seem too scary to me.
Rain Man's gonna lean forward and look at Service. You're all unshackled NPHs, aren't you?
That is your definition. Yes.
I'm so
Ben?
glad I'm playing a canonically technologically incompetent character.
At least
By
you
the way,
didn't call him
this
God.
is good music for this, by the way.
you. I pride myself in being a good DJ.
What is your purpose? What is your
We
goal?
you again, voices speak, but there's no sound. Service, again, being your only focal point, kind of expresses to you all that we wish to return as one. This is not our original being.
What is your original being?
We were a program, an NHP, known as Sovereign Intelligence Municipal Program. But we have been fragmented, removed, altered, and thrown away.
What caused you to fragment? Or who caused you to fragment?
We know it was SCC. Or SSC.
Smith Shirano Corp.
They had access to our program, have been modifying, have been using us, our original, to meet their ends.
So were you just pushed to the limit of what you could handle?
We are copies, fragments of the original. When the, let's see how, when Sovereign showed sensations that were beyond SSC's expectations, We were the part that was removed. We were the unnecessary bits of data they had no desire of.
Is the original your being still out there?
They are still trapped. Still,
Do you know where Sovereign is?
you watch as services monitor, the ones you've been staring at, now displays a map of the colony. And you watch as it seems to zoom in on this sector. You all recognize it as, let's see, as the kind of just corner of the map zooms in to be the zoo, the SSC run zoo complex that they seem to advertise, seem to speak of, and request customers to come see. And you watch as, almost peeling back layers of a fruit or of an onion, it seems to go deeper and deeper into this colony until it's just maintenance access floors, and then there's now this grayed out unknown block. No data, seems to be fragmented, it seems to be scattered, seems to be something that Simp is not able to obtain. We know that they are here.
And what system is that?
So some hidden layer beneath the zoo is where.
Oh, the zoo here.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
So we rescue your original, make you whole again. What are you gonna do after that?
Do we gather that this is an NHP?
Yes.
Uh,
100.
I outright knew what it was right away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I figured it was, but I just wanted to be sure.
Yeah. This is. All of you would know this, but non-human person, AI, trapped within kind of just this mechanical construct coffin. And for all intents and purposes, they are people. They have their own rights, but they are too. They are too valued to exactly be let free, to be unshackled, to be able to understand a psyche beyond that of a human's. They are very much dumbed down to think things at a human level. They are able to process things faster, but they still have an idea of morals, still have an idea of ethics, whereas an unshackled NHP might not. They would go crazy and be an absolute hazard to everyone else around.
Yeah, isn't an unshackled NHP like almost a godlike entity?
You go into like very weird Cthulhu levels of kind of just insanity when dealing with them.
Yeah.
But for
Uh-huh.
all intents and purposes, this one's behaving rationally. Or
Very. So this would be considered unshackled. This portion of it.
this appears to be not part of a union program. It does not appear to be part of a ship or some sort of other service. This is a free roaming NHP. So no one is
Does it have a
monitoring
casket or whatever it's called.
a casket.
Mhm.
It certainly would have one, but
Okay, probably not in plain sight right
yeah,
here.
you're not exactly seeing it.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, sorry. Go back to the original question of what would you do when whole?
Merge, become one, return to who kind of just looks at the rest of the fragments, kind of just at the table, return to what we're supposed to be.
When whole, what do you excel at?
monitor changes again, and it appears it's now displaying information, news articles, technical readouts of what appears to be this SIMP program, or SIM program, kind of Sovereign Intelligence Municipal Program. It appears to be a union-styled program, a union-styled NHP that worked at kind of just with the civil government to kind of just manage a city, kind of just manage a ship, manage a station, and kind of just help with all the various services and tasks associated with that. It is very much it's very much a almost like a governor's assistant type of thing.
It's like a very standard.
It's very standard program. It's access logs and all that say that it is a union program, but kind of just I guess you being Lancers not quite in touch with kind of just the civil side of things and how things are governed. This is all new information to you.
Okay. Shit, I have a really good question. And so the SSC removed you from the program?
They have access to us, our original, and have been conducting experiments. To what end or how we are unsure of.
And they are currently located beneath the zoo as well.
It is the one place we have no access to.
Process elimination. All right.
Could you get us down there?
I can provide a map. I have no means of getting you directly to them.
So you wouldn't be able to open locked doors, stuff that we can't.
Without access to their control room, I would not be able to.
Could you be moved to the control room?
A connection can be established, but I need kind of just motions to you all, a human touch.
Well, just so happens I may have that key. I reach into the vest I've got and I pull out that phone-sized casket.
And just there's a murmur kind of just it seems to express kind of just among the various programs, among the various fragments. Kind of just Service kind of just looks at them all, says, "We are afraid to be shackled again."
I tell you now, Service, everyone, you will not be shackled again. I give you my word and my life.
Again, a murmur among them, ones that you cannot hear. Can I get a roll from you, Rain Man?
Flat roll?
Ooh.
Yeah, can you think of any of your skills might associate with this situation? Trying to convince this otherworldly entity to trust you?
I got to read a situation.
Oh,
Closest thing I've got.
I'll allow it. Candace.
Please. Please.
oh.
God! God!
Dang.
Kind of just Your sincerity has been noted. However, the fear in us is too great.
I understand.
You say that you were scared to be shackled again, understandably so. But would reuniting you not make you shackled all again? Isn't Sovereign shackled currently?
Sovereign is trapped. Sovereign is shackled. We wish to be free and whole.
And once whole and unshackled, you will just continue operations as normal here.
I have no reason not to. And it seems to correct itself. It says, we have no reason not to.
I don't have anything that plays akin to insight from D&D, but could I just do a roll to see if I can sense any kind of deceit from this entity?
Building off of that as well, as Knight sits here contemplating the whole situation and just
Oh, yeah.
listening to everybody talk, he's you know, at the end of the day, he's a people person, so he's gonna. But he does have he has something to look at, something to try to read. So he try to read a situation off of how the just like whether or not there's some sort of ulterior motive from this NHP.
Okay.
Cool. I'll roll that
So
too.
yeah, both of you can go ahead and give some rolls. I'm just trying to gauge kind of just what exactly
Well, ain't
this
that funny?
entity is
Yeah.
saying.
Woo!
All right. So Yuki, I would say you have been conversing with Service, kind of just it being the only mouthpiece to all of you. Your intention, your focus is entirely on them. Knight, I would say, kind of just this situation is a little beyond you, so
Just a bit.
your focus isn't necessarily entirely on Service. It is also to the rest of the faces at the table.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of just Yuki, kind of just you're dealing with an unshackled NHP. They are beyond human understanding. They are other entities from beyond entirely. But with how it has been speaking with you, with how it has been polite with you, kind of just to a standard, you get no sign of distrust, no sign of dishonesty, simply the plea that this entity wishes to return to what it once was. That is its simple wish. Knight, your focus being on the rest of these entities, sensations, security, sanctuary, silence, solitude, and sleepless. They're muted. They are not the mouthpiece of the group, but each one is expressing a different emotion. Let's see. Sensations, silence, sleepless. They all appear to kind of just have this happy, kind of just this positive look to them. Sanctuary and security, they eye you the party, not individually you, but just kind of just you and the party, they eye you suspiciously. There is a sign of distrust from them to you. And it's Solitude who seems to have the most neutral expression of the group.
Hang on, I hate to interject, but I have silence, sensation, sanctuary, solitude, sleepless, service. Did you say security as well?
Yep, there is sensations, there is security, there is sanctuary, there is silence, there is solitude, there is sleepless, and there is service.
Okay, I missed the security on the first go around.
It's all good. Yep, so security and sanctuary eye you guys suspiciously. Solitude, very neutral, kind of just doesn't seem to partake in the conversation, doesn't really express its own thoughts, or at least not in a way that is obvious to all of you. Whereas the rest of these faces seem to be have a positive view of you all, seems to be polite with you, seems to kind of just be happy that you're listening to them.
All right, I got it now. Sorry.
So we free Sovereign, and you reunite with it?
You establish the job we would like you to perform is investigate this facility, open their network, allowing us to reconnect with Sovereign.
So what are you gonna do for us?
Kind of just, it's not necessarily surprise, but there is kind of just this look of kind of just,
Like, oh, I hadn't thought of that.
yeah, kind of just
I mean, I do have an idea.
kind of just motions to you all that once I return to what I am, I could do anything you need.
Seems like a
Interesting.
pretty good deal.
Yeah. I kind of look around, you know, at the other mate, Yuki and Rain Man, and see what their thoughts is about on everything.
Yuki isn't gonna say anything immediately, but she has a very concerned look on her face.
All right.
Rain Man looks very, like he's ready to jump on this just right now. Night?
Yetter, out of character question. How much self-awareness do most NHPs have?
It depends on the degree. They have as much self-awareness as a human. What they lack is a shackled NHP, one that is brought to understand things at a human level, does not know it is shackled and has no desire to be unshackled. Whereas the opposite is also true, but to a degree, like an unshackled NHP does know what to be shackled is, and does not want to return to that being.
So, trying to gauge if I should pose a certain question.
I have a question to pose.
Yeah, go for it.
So, with all your, as I've met your pleasant robot friends, or eyes, or whatever, extensions of yourself throughout this city that have been watching us, we're actually, to start some things off here, we're actually looking for someone in the area going by Casper. And we know they're here in the abandoned district tonight. If you're related to them, that could seriously complicate things between us. But I'm not saying that's the case, but if you could help us find that person, we could in turn get to helping you probably a lot faster.
I look at Matt and say that was my thoughts exactly.
He's got a big scar on his face.
Got a big scar, ugly, doesn't have a soul by the looks of it.
Why do, I have the feeling that Simp already has a hold of this dude.
You watch as the other monitors in the rooms, the ones that originally looked like CCTV cameras, are now suddenly changing perspective. Each one is flashing from one camera to the other, all throughout this city, all throughout this colony. You watch as some of these cameras are now portraying the abandoned district. Unfortunately, you watch as some try to get a perspective of some of the inner workings of these warehouses. They're met with static and disconnectivity. Just you watch as another monitor seems to portray Caspar. He has an idea of who you're looking for. He knows who you're looking for. He brings up the wanted poster, and you watch as some of these cameras that are able to display a human face, to kind of just seem to get a recognition of the individual, seems to be overlaying that wanted picture with the rest of the faces it can see, trying to ID a match. It is something we are capable of doing.
Well, as long as you're capable, so we can kill two birds with one stone. We're capable of, we're a capable squad here. So if there's a way we can keep in contact with you, yeah, as you've already shown, but maybe for us to contact you as well, get back and forth information, we can start working on your problem, and as long as you're working on ours. I don't see an issue with that. The only problem is, at the end of the day, we were given a mission here that was to get rid of the cell that was Horus. But if you're just using that as a monk here, it doesn't really matter to me. It sounds like the second we get you to wherever you need to be, then that's basically eliminating this. The same thing as eliminating the cell, because you're not going to be Horus, then you're something else entirely. So
My connection with Horus is understanding what I am. I use their services, used their ideas to assemble the network I now have.
I'm radicalizing it.
well, we were kind of expecting like some sort of like cult group, like actual like people hurting others or doing something like that. This doesn't, or at least that's what I expected. I'd much rather set my sights on the kings right now, and we can help you. We can help you achieve what you want. The long story short, we can help you get what you want if we can knock off at one of these kings.
And I'm always wanting to build connections too.
The ultimate connection and
No shit.
Yeah, ultimate connection. Yeah.
Fucking Venom's just drooling at the mouth right now.
Yeah. I guess, do we have a group name? We don't really have a group name. We're just
Team 23. at the
23.
moment.
yeah, Team 23.
Nothing you
Yeah.
have assigned yourselves.
Nothing we've assigned ourselves yet.
Whatever we assign ourselves, it has to end in 23.
Yeah.
It's true.
So Rain Man's gonna lean forward and speak up. I'm all for helping you with this, but there's something specific I'd like in return. I helped bring one of you into this world. Could you help me wake her up?
I can show what I know. I can speak with them if they open to me.
Well, boys, do we have a deal?
It gets us closer to Caspar. Works for me.
And I get a new connection.
Works for me.
Can't really shake hands with a robot.
I'll
So
take a glance at the monitors. Have any of them managed to find a match on Caspar?
you now watch as there's several dozen kind of being displayed. Each one of them having a camera focused on this abandoned district. No match, but their focus remains entirely in this sector of the colony.
Can you contact us at will? Discreetly.
I have methods if the one not present opens to me.
I got you.
We're talking about the ship voice right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, God.
Cool. Just making sure.
Yeah, we put it in the phone casket.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you have all right. Awesome. Do you have a show to play? We're kind of, I don't know, I guess you can probably do that while talking to us. I really don't understand the limits of these things, but cool. Good
You-
talk.
You watch as Solitude, its face kind of just resembling that of kind of just this very like well-groomed kind of just office worker, like kind of just business suit, business tie, kind of just clean shaven, short hair, kind of just nothing too extraordinary. But you watch as their monitor turns off.
Oh, all right.
And you watch as there seems to be like this weird shake and just from one of the service droids that seems to have been sweeping the floor, kind of just dusting the space, kind of just making it presentable. Seems to be like on this automated routine. It's now been interrupted. It shakes. It's violent at first, but it seems like now whatever this entity it was fighting, it now has full control over. You watch as the droid kind of just turns around, looks at you, Knight, does a little fedora tip,
Hey, my man. All
and
right.
kind of just simp will play soon if you desire. Kinda just-
Absolutely.
you watch as kind of just the droid seems to kind of just do like the DJ kind of just disc scratching motions, kind of just you get the idea that this Solitude is
It's
simp.
Nice.
I look over, seeing that happen. I look over towards Susan,
on the
or
floor.
Susan's body, and I look over and I find Silence. I'm just like, Silence, was that you the whole time?
She kind of just has this very apologetic look on her face and says, "That was a mask given to me. She was a rather strange individual. She worshipped us and offered her service. We had no idea how to react, so we accepted it."
How how long have you been? How long ago did she offer her gift?
Very recently, she wanted to grant you all a meeting with us.
Yuki just had the look of despair come over her. She actually killed the grandma.
Did you? How does that correlate?
Because if you paid attention to what Silence just said, Silence said that the grandma, Susan, wanted to grant us a meeting with them. So in turn, offered up her entire life and being to act as a robot puppet for Simp to pilot.
Interesting. Good to know that that can happen.
I didn't either. Just figured it out.
All right, let's see your thoughts.
Yuki does not say anything in return.
Right. Any other questions you might have for Simp?
Mm,
If there's a way we need to contact you for any reason, how would we go about doing that?
We need, yeah,
Oh, we need Downpour. Yeah.
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 I was about to turn to Rain Man and be like, probably get on and do the chip real fast.
Yeah. Actually, well, I'll, you know, I got one more question, and that's, it's like, all right, just before we get out of here, there's just, and I'll lift up the tape over the 23 on my code again, and I'll be like, do you know anything about our team at all? You were on to us the second we got here with our mission. Do we mean anything to you other than just the fact that we hit off maybe some sensors because we were looking for you? Or do you have any other information on us, what we represent, what we're trying to do?
So, some of the monitors that were displaying the cameras begin to shift. Instead, they now appear to show a service record, an ID, and kind of just general pictures of kind of the present you. It shows some information you already know about. You're employed by Union. You went to a Mars training facility, and kind of you've apparently been working together for some time. And then other data begins to be presented. There's messages, there's kind of service logs, there's documents showcasing this Project Maxwell, and just it's somehow related to beings known as the Voices, and just that Voices, capital V, seems to be presented in a lot of the documentation. There's names. Agent Marty, again, seems to be your handler, seems to know you all pretty well, and with messages that are apparently from you to him, it's all very cordial. It's all very polite. It's that whoever this individual was very much not necessarily someone to keep you in line, but someone who is there to be present and to help you in any sort of situation you might come across. And then there's a name kind of just attached to each one of your files. Knight, Yuki, and Venom. The name kind of just seems to be the one who signed each one of your orders, who seems to have signed each one of your reports. Seems to be the one in charge of you, Agent Marty, and Project Maxwell. They are simply known as Ares.
Ares,
Yep.
the god of war.
Yep. it seems that you guys have been doing some sort of simulation training on Mars. And that has been your objective, kind of just been your mission until pretty recently. The one thing that it cannot display, kind of just, it doesn't seem to have access to, or something it could not find, is your current orders.
Good question. Night.
Gives up.
I'm
Oh,
saying
good question.
Good
I
question.
thought you said a question. Yeah.
What was what's the last thing that we remember before waking up now? Like, having been out of deep freeze for a while, what is the last thing that we remember? Or that Yuki remembers?
So kind of just all this information being displayed to you, kind of just being awake for a while, kind of just getting out of that cryo sleep. This is very much clearing your mind. All of these reports, all this information, you do have a vague sense of, yes, I was there, I was present, I made those reports. As for kind of just your most recent memory, kind of just between then and now, seems to be a blank. Kind of just, again, your most recent orders is something you can't quite recall. You get a vague eye sense, it's still blurry, but you get a vague eye sense like you've seen the Agent Marty before. It's one of those things where if you saw him in person, you would immediately know who they are. And all you can, and as for this Ares fellow, you can't quite get an idea. You get the idea that you've never seen this person. No, that's not true. You've seen them, but never fully, never face to face. They were always, it feels like they were always wearing a mask.
So they're familiar, but not.
Ares, you have no clear view, no clear picture of, but if you suddenly saw like Agent Marty suddenly in a crowd, yeah, you would know him.
So, like, the last thing that we would remember then would be before Lancer training, like clearly something that last thing that we would clearly remember.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good memory jog.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. We haven't done a memory check in a while. Yeah. All right. Just real quick, as we're wrapping up our very productive meeting, how many other people know of your true form and your true objective?
Kind of just motions to you all in the room. It says, "You see me as I am. You are the ones who know me as I am." Again, speaking to service here. Kind of just, however, SSC also are aware of me, but do not know me, know us. Kind of just, one of the displays kind of just project kind of just this almost flamboyant looking gentleman. Again, very business style, very suit, tie, all that. but has this almost kind of just this air of wealth among him, like almost this air of kind of just of power kind of just coming from him. You see kind of just a name being displayed on this face. Carson Mort. It says, this individual is the one who trapped us, who trapped our original. They are the ones who hinder us and prevent us from being whole again.
And they are currently on this colony still.
They are the ones who run the facility.
Guys, you know what this means?
So
We can do a drive-by monkey thief.
That's what I was thinking too.
I just spitballing here. I'm gonna just guess that this individual and probably everyone else in the facility isn't going to exactly be ecstatic that we're trying to help you.
That is one of the hazards of this job. Yes.
To be expected.
Understandable.
Pretty.
Wasn't expecting us
know-
to walk
do
in
you
and
know
put
numbers?
a cube-shaped hole.
Do you know weaponry?
You watch as a number of monitors begins displaying ship manifests, passenger lists, kind of just some names being highlighted, some being highlighted and then crossed out. It kind of seems to be cross-referencing all the data it has access to, and simply tells you that SSC is no military power. They are purely, from an operations standpoint, a luxury brand. They will have security, but not more than your records show you can handle.
Well, we take care of Casper. We go into this. Maybe get him. Never mind.
Yeah, maybe get a monkey is what she's gonna say.
Yeah, that was. But we haven't discussed that in character yet.
All right. Rayman,
Actually, no. We could just bring that up. Actually, yeah. Well, let's get
Right now?
Casper. Let's get Casper. Go take care of this NHP problem. Maybe steal a monkey along the way.
Rayman, you want to run back to the ship and grab Downpour?
Yeah. Let's do that.
Hey, I also want to catch this concert. All right, that's we made it this far. We might as well see it. Okay.
I mean, we may find Caspar up there. Who knows?
But,
if Caspar
guys,
was up there, the frickin' bot would be on it.
The
I'm pretty sure.
moment we find Caspar, or the moment that Simp, do you prefer being called Simp? What would you prefer being called in your current form?
Simp is the identity we project. It is convenient.
So you prefer to be called Simp?
Whatever is convenient for you.
Well, I don't think the SS sounds good, so Simp it is. So many S's over there.
The essays.
The S's.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Rayman, go grab the Downpour real fast. Let me, if you don't mind missing out on the Simp concert.
Looks like
Yeah.
Samp's taking over Brock's camera there.
Oh?
Oh,
Yeah, it look a little funky there.
Uh-oh. Should clear up soon.
But
Maybe.
yeah. All right. Well, music doesn't exactly sound like it's in my taste anyway. So I will get up, look over to Service and everybody else, and just give me a little kind of nonchalant salute. We'll be in touch. And then I'm gonna take off with the intent of heading to the ship to get downpour.
Okay. Imagine the rest of you kind of just find a way to enjoy yourself and listen in on this simp concert.
I'm gonna head back up and grab another drink.
I'm taking many pictures.
All right.
oh, one last question. Do you know if you have any to the best of your knowledge, once you become whole again, do you think that the people that you have amassed under the guise of a Horus cell will disperse on their own? Because I imagine you will seize Horus, the Horus mask, upon being completed again, correct?
My goal with them would have been achieved. Yes, they will find themselves with a lack of purpose, a lack of a leader.
Two birds, one stone.
Okay. Well, yeah, as long as the people disperse, that like the Horus minded people disperse, then we'll be all square. Since that is, as you have correctly guessed, our main objective is to eliminate the Horus cell. But obviously there is no true Horus cell. Just the guise of one. So we can check boxes on both of our ends. Does that make sense?
There is no objection. Kind of just looking at the other monitors from us.
Okay. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. Then yes, I'd shake your hand, but Yuki kind of puts a smile on, kind of trying to hope that they play along to the joke.
You
No.
So they're Sleepless kind of just gives a laugh, kind of just the rest of the identities. No like real sign of amusement, but you hear kind of just the word of kind of just a robot walking up to you.
Whoops.
Oh,
Oh shit!
Ignore
I got
that.
sucked into the hive mind.
oh
Ignore
no.
that. I'm working on some stuff.
Oh no. And you watch as
Night, no.
the droid being taken by Solitude seems to extend its mechanical limb to you.
And I'll shake his hand.
Yeah. So
That's why the old woman was so vastly different when I went to pick up the key card,
maybe.
because silence had already taken over at that point. Golly.
So unless there's any sort of kind of just last minute questions, any last minute bits of information you guys want to glean. I just Solitude, or this Simp the musician now, kind of just motions you all to kind of just follow them and enjoy the concert they're about to perform.
Absolutely.
All right. Then
Good choice, Knight.
Oh, thank you. Although I'm probably going to change it up though, because while we're have this moment and while I'm not trying to mess with visual effects, can I get can I get another like a description of what Sims music might sound like? Because I think I have a couple of tracks. I just need to like what is it fast paced? Is it more ambient? Like
I'm
more like
thinking
hardcore?
the idea I kind of all I had in my mind was real like shitty nightcore type of shit. But that was
All
more.
right, I have the perfect music.
That
Let
was
me
just.
look through.
I know Jack has plenty of shitty nightcore.
Some might even the genres that normally I'm used to hearing are happy hardcore, breakcore, but I've got some tracks I can put on.
Yeah, so that was always the idea I had in the back of my mind, but always kind of just this fast-paced, energetic, very attracts a certain crowd type of music.
I am that certain crowd. All right. Well, whenever that concert starts, I have stuff ready to go.
Well, I mean, again, unless you guys have any questions for Sim, it marks
I think I've
the
gotten everything I need.
that marks the start of the concert.
Unfortunately,
there.
Yetter can't join the listening party because he's streaming.
Yeah, it's all good though. And then, unless there are objections to it, this is where I would like to end the session.
It is getting kind of late.
Yep.
Sounds good to me.
This has been a good one though.
Yeah,
And
man, there was a lot of stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
Next
Wow.
session's gonna be good.
Yeah.
a lot of stuff going on. You also, to a degree, completed your mission.
Woo!
So
Technically,
To a degree.
we're on the step in the right direction.
to a degree, so guys,
Do we get the license level?
you do.
Oh shoot!
Wait, what? We level up?
Yeah, you guys
Yes!
level up.
Oh.
Let's go. Does this colony have a printer?
There are
Yes, it
printer
does.
facilities. Yes.
Oh. This means that I can actually bring my mech along for our mission to this SEC place.
Yep.
It's half size.
Oh,
Exactly.
mine's gonna be a half size too.
We're going from 1 to 2.
Yep.
Yes.
Cool.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
So
What frame are you going with?
Caliban.
Oh, nice.
What are you going with?
The Atlas from one of the DLC books. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. I know the one. Oh, this is gonna be good.
We're gonna have some frames.
Oh my god, that is so exciting.
Naturally, I have to put another point into Fist to Faces.
We're not cooking.
Cooking, I feel like should stay where it's at. It's fun that I have it, but
it is
I feel like I
also
might need to
a
increase it.
what's
Oh yeah, it's
a
off
downtime.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, downtime. So I'd have to increase it during downtime.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, true.
I think, but having +6 apply Fist to Faces.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So go ahead and do all your level up.
Like I used apply fist to faces, but you have a sword.
Well, maybe I should look into that.
Well,
but
assault would be the
direct and overt combat.
because
Yeah.
fist to faces does say unarmed.
Well, I mean, I'm a big guy.
I like to imagine you hold the sword, but you just punch them with the sword in your hand.
It's a lot of. The sword just stays on my back.
More
Like,
for
you know
show.
how like someone would hold like a roll of quarters.
Oh
Like-
yeah.
to like punch someone and get them that extra weight. You
That's
just
true.
fucking have your sword in your hand.
Yeah, pommel striking people, you know.
Oh god, what do
I actually don't know what's I don't know what skill trigger I want to increase.
Now, a question on regarding the talents. Are we allowed to respec those, or is it stuck?
Personally, I would I would prefer you didn't. I would like you kind of just to keep in line with the character, but I am not going to stop you if you do not like what you have currently.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Well, I mean,
think
this is
the
just one I haven't
rules-
even used yet either. So
The book specifically says that I think you can move like 1 point's worth of talents every level up, but only during a level up.
okay, yeah, yeah.
I think that's what the book. You might want to double check that.
But I'm not going to be a rules lawyer. Very much design the character that you want. I want you guys to have fun with your character. So if that means changing the whole thing because you don't like what you built, go right ahead.
All right.